Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like a movie, my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
Hey, how is everybody? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Drop Sarah a link here because I want to talk some flea market shop with her. Paste it right here. We go. Okay. Okay, so there's a link there, Sarah. Hopefully we'll get some people in here. I shared my live out there in our little link land, whatever. So get myself together here while we wait for some people to come in. Hey, Audrey, I loved your live. You're doing so good. It looks like y'all are having good weather up there now. 'Cause we are here too, finally. I guess you're probably getting excited for the race season coming, huh? We are. We don't get to go much, but we sure hear it from here. Being in North Kakalaki, there's always somebody racing somewhere. There's Farmington. What kind of racing is that? Is that dirt for Bowman Gray? The Charlotte Motor. Now North Wilkesboro is open. Rockingham. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of, yeah, Bristol. There's all kinds of racing around us. Darlington, yeah. So, hey, Sarah.
How's it going?
I'm doing good. How's your eye?
My other eye started actually, so it's it started to react the same way. So they're both just I guess you would say pink and a little swollen. The other one's still swollen, but it's not like it was. It was bad before. I can actually see my eye, so that's good.
Oh, okay. Hey,
The steroids are working. I'll be fine.
So the Ace Sugar Pie, so it is working. It was a steroid, right?
I'm on steroids and I have to take 2 Benadryl every 5 hours, 6 hours, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Till it goes away.
Let me hit my volume button.
And I was just
Sure.
browsing full face mask respirators, battery pack ones, and I had no idea they were like $1,600. I was like, huh, well, probably not getting one of those.
Can you come here a second? Ken, can you come here a second? Hold on just one second. My
Sure, no problem.
click right there on my volume thingamabob right there. It's not wanting to work for me. See right here?
Maybe
Isn't that weird?
you want it up or down?
I want to be able to hear her better. You're going down.
Oh, do I talk too? Sorry. Stedman
No,
can fix it.
it's StreamYard. I can't ever hear any. I'm deaf. Years ago, I'll tell you
Okay.
what. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Use that the up and
Oh,
down.
okay. I see now.
Testing,
So,
testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
years ago, was a receptionist. You know, when I was just starting out in corporate America, and they had you wear earphones, and people would yell in your ear, you know,
Mm.
and but you had to wear the damn headset all day long because it was like your transparent phone numbers like crazy all day long on the switchboard.
Hmm.
And I was like, I know I'm going to go deaf in this year. Sure enough, here I am. So I got one
Yeah.
good one for you. So
Eh,
I'm glad the medicine is slowly helping you. The Benadryl,
thanks.
I swear by Benadryl. Years ago, when I tried to take care of my anxiety in a more homeopathic way because I was just totally burnt out on the psychotropics, that went to my doctor. He was an internist. His son went to school with my son. And so I was like, hey, you know, what can I take? And he goes, Benadryl. If you want to know what is really the best, that's better than benzos, Benadryl. And so that's what I've always taken for my anxiety instead of benzos because I had, you know, what you said it was a paradoxical effect where it made me more manic and aggressive than knocking me out. It didn't knock me out at all. It made me angry. So I take Benadryl, or it's actually Vistaril now, but it's, you know, same thing.
Huh.
But back then I took Benadryl, so it has multi uses.
Yeah, right. Some people use it for sleep.
Yeah. So
Oh,
did
yeah,
you go
yard
to the
sale and
flea
flea
market
market.
any this weekend?
I went to the fancy thrift store, I call it, because it's one of it's actually a high-end thrift store. It's one of the newer ones around here. And right when I was on your panel, I realized, wait a minute, it's like 200 feet away. I'm gonna go there on my way home. You know, when I was going to the urgent care. So I did go there, and I did find something I like. I found lots of things I like, but they are
Oh,
pricey.
tell
But
us. Tell us.
it's a high-end thrift store, so everything's marked a little higher than I'd like. Like I tried on some silver bracelets. They all were beautiful, and I loved them. And then one I thought was $15, and it was 150. And I said, "Well, you can put that right back in the case. So I bet you staying here."
Oh my god.
And then I saw a necklace, sterling silver that matches my charm bracelet. It's a thick, thick chain. And I said, "Well, how much is that?" 350. I said, "Oh, it's a little too much for
Wow.
me." But they take all their donations and it goes to the food pantry. So I mean, their business is booming there. It's very busy, but it's like set up beautifully. Whoever does it's very artistic in their skill, and it's got a lot of vintage and antique items. It's just so up my alley. I get some medicine bottles sometimes and old things for my collections, but they always have some nice antiques anyway.
That's
But
awesome.
it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick what you want.
Our
I
picking
want all the
season
things.
here in our city started yesterday. And in our little bitty car that we've got right now, it's literally a Mr. Magoo car. When I get in it, I hear rap. I hear rap going dun 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 dun. Dun.
That's great. You need a horn that does that.
I hear rap.
You need a
Anyways,
horn with that pre-recorded.
so I'm missing our van big time, but it saves our gas. But it was comical trying to get things home when we were out picking.
Oh yeah, I keep my van with the seats down in case I find something, and I also have a fold-up portable dolly and a fold-up cart because you never know what you're gonna find.
This is a clown car. So I'm like, it was ridiculous.
That's what I'm
There's so
saying. A
much.
wagon.
Well, There's so much stuff that I had to leave behind, you know.
Oh, I
But,
know. Trust me.
oh, that's smart. Get a wagon and pull it. That's smart.
Well, I got the fold up kind, like she's saying, and then I got a real solid, like heavy duty wagon that I can throw in the van since, I keep it pretty open in there. It's like a kind of like a limo van the way I have it set up because I don't know what I'm gonna find. I need the room in case.
Right. Yeah, man. Okay, so this is what I want to ask you. When you go, are you going for stuff that you want to keep or do you resell?
I see tons of it's a mixed bag because I see tons of stuff that I go, oh, I can resell that, but then I'm like, come on, Sarah, your effort, like you have too much to do. But if I was focused enough and wasn't doing so many projects, I could probably because I have a good eye for what has value, I'd say, because I always pick things that are expensive. I do, by accident.
Do,
It just I guess I'm drawn to it. I don't know.
do
But
you ever like yard sell yourself, host a yard sale?
no, but I was gonna help my grandmother have one. I know she's been talking about it for a long time. So she goes picking for stuff just to have for a yard sale, I swear. I think
Yeah, yeah, we do
that's where I got
too.
it from. She has a whole room that she stores things in, vintage things and everything she gets from, thrift stores and that they don't need anymore. They'll put it in that room and they want to have a yard sale. But I told her I'd bring my pop up and stuff and help her do it when she's ready to do it because I have my pop up still from when I did the flea markets myself. When
Oh,
I
I love
worked at
that.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do
Well,
it
so
every
many
week.
because of the economy, this is really a booming market right now. And you don't have to do it like, person to person on your property. You can do it on Facebook Marketplace. And
That's true.
now they offer shipping. So I've done that a lot. But I have so much interest in the city I live in that I don't even have to ship. But that I think I've shipped something one time and I never hold on to stuff long.
Hmm.
Sometimes when I sell it, I'm like, damn, I wished I hadn't sold it.
Well, I got irritated with the Facebook Marketplace because, I'd put things on there, you take pictures, then you get people that ask all the questions. I got to be responsive to that. So that's one thing because they, can rate you and stuff. But then I have a problem with people that make up stories. Like, for instance, I have some vintage Nikes. I guess not vintage, but, what do you say? How people sell the older Nikes and they still have the box, and they sell them for a lot of money. Well, I have a pair of women's size 6 Air Force or whatever the hell they are. Whatever. I know they have value, so I put them on there, and some lady said she was coming to meet me and everything, and then she sent me a message. Oh, like right before she was supposed to get here. Oh, I got a flat tire, and I'm like, okay. And she sent me a picture of a tire that was flat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay.
Maybe,
Does that
let
mean
me
you
interrupt
want
real
them
quick.
still?
Yeah, let me interrupt real quick. Sugar pie. It's a figure of speech. She's saying, like, fill that sucker up, fill that baby
Yeah,
up. That's what
yeah,
she means.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, if you go through the effort to post a picture of your flat tire, just say. So I put, okay. Do you want me to still hold them, or do you want to wait some other day? Could you at least say I'm not interested or something? No, never answered. But went through the
Right.
effort to send me a flat tire picture that could have came from Google. I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah, this is what I do. I don't hold shit for nobody. And then they'll go, well, if you have it on Friday, I'd like to get it. And I say, you call me on Friday when you've got the money.
Yeah, because you don't know if they're gonna hold true to it, and they don't show up, and
They
that's what
don't. They
frustrates me.
never
So
do.
I don't want to go through the effort of taking all those pictures, making them look nice if they're just gonna make up a story. I don't got time for that crap. Just say yes
And
or
then
no,
they'll even talk you into delivering it for them, and then it's never good enough,
or you agree on a
And
price. Yeah, yep.
mm,
And then when they get there, they go, "Will you take this for it?" And it's like $20 cheaper. Well, we already made an agreement, and you said yes. So why are
oh
you
yeah, I
haggling me
hate
now?
that.
No, 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 no. Haggle before you get here and agree on it. Because I said
Right,
no to
right.
somebody once. I said no because I got pissed about that because I was selling an antique enamel top dentist desk, vintage like 1920s, and I know it was worth a lot more than I was selling it. Will you take 75? And I'm like, nah, I'll just hold on to it. And she just was shocked, and she just turned and left. It's not like I needed to
Gamer
sell
Girl
it.
says 14.35. Hell, I'd like to get 14.35. Usually they're like 10 cent, 10 cent.
I
It's
know,
like
right?
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Flat tire
that's
pick.
funny.
Picture of a flat tire. That was a good one though.
Oh, me. Well, I wanted to show everybody, you know what I wanted to show off. Hold on a minute, let me get it real quick. For those that saw Ernie's action figure.
Oh yeah, I gotta shut my chat off so I can see that thing. That's gonna be a good laugh right there. I saw your video killed me.
Gypsy's bed.
Friggin' dying.
Gypsy has an action figure too. This is her bed.
Oh my God.
So this is Gypsy. And check this out. I'm gonna have to
This is what this is what YouTube does to us.
Yes, it is. And then she has a Mama T outfit for Warrior Wednesdays.
Oh my Lord, look at that shiny thing.
I like that
It's a
sugar
tune-
pop
Is that
for
a tune
Warrior
dress?
Wednesdays. See, it's all shiny and disco.
That's pretty shiny.
And then I got
That's spot on.
one second. Let me get this real quick.
Oh my Lord. I'm freaking dead. She found the outfit.
Give me 1 second here.
I can't believe you found a gypsy doll and shiny dress.
No, really?
You need help?
I got it, honey.
You don't know what you're gonna find. That's part of the fun.
My display over here is growing on
Oh
me.
Lord. Look at that.
She's got her own little crystal ball.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You're gonna have to set that up. You gonna try on the dress?
Yes. Well, Wednesday will be for Warrior Wednesday.
Okay, alright. Fair enough. I was gonna say give it to Stedman. Ring the
That'll
bell,
be
please dress my Barbie.
something to look forward to for Wednesday. So Ernie is not the only one who has an action figure. Gypsy does too, right?
Oh, the tinfoil. Oh Lord, who was it that wore the tinfoil? You could make a tinfoil thing. Put some tinfoil on her.
I think Traders did a sketch.
Oh yeah, you can make a. Yeah, that was funny.
She had the wrench,
Hmm.
and it was tinfoil, and then she had the whole outfit tinfoil. She's hilarious.
Uh,
So Gypsy has
my favorite was how she drew the beard whiskers with the eyeliner pencil.
Oh yeah.
I want to show them my because she likes rocks too. But some of the other stuff I got at the flea market here. Hang on a minute. I got this rock here. It's an amethyst because we used to go to an amethyst mine and
cluster. Oh, I know you told me. I'm so jealous. Wish I could do that.
It was only $4. Look at that.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, it's a druzy. Yeah, I can. That's cool. That's worth $4. Nice.
Yeah, I loved it. Just to add to my stones, I've always liked them. You know, it like this, and this is when we went picking how a lot of it looked.
And yeah, when it has all those crystals, is it like a million little crystals? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Ken bought this one that's already been
polished.
See?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to turn it.
You see the point?
Let me turn. I'm gonna turn it, make it bigger so I can see what kind of stone it is. Right there is. So, what kind of stone is that? Is that also amethyst? Is it a quartz?
Smoky quartz.
Yeah, it looked like smoky quartz. Okay. Yeah, I see the crystal in the. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good point. How much is that?
It needs to be in like a ring case, you know. How much
is that one?
$9.99.
$9.
That's worth it.
Really?
That's a bargain.
I want it. No, it's just across the room. I think I'll live. See, what else did we get? We got a lot of stuff. I'm wearing this shirt I bought.
Oh, it's sugar pie in the audience.
Yeah.
This was in that box that was at the front door last night.
We saw this at the front door of what?
No, it was in that box. There was stuff that
we picked when we went picking. What is it?
It says Scotland.
Can she see it?
Oh,
sugar pie.
Look at that. Oh, is it a pin?
Yeah, it says Scotland.
It's upside down.
Nice. Look at that.
It's not coming through very well, but here you go.
That's cool.
You can have this.
Okay. Oh, that'll be my sugar pie. Right here next to my llama.
There it is.
Larry the llama.
See, my
Right
cheap
there.
thrift store isn't open today, or I would go. It's only open Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but the expensive one's open. Don't make me go to the thrift store right now.
You've got this little bag for me there that just kind of does like this.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like an
So I
evening bag.
I've put all my stones in it.
That's a good gypsy bag, gypsy prep.
Yeah, I thought so. What else did we get, honey? I forget.
Bamboo furniture.
The bamboo. You know, we found some bamboo. It's like a bamboo bar set with the table under it and
Yeah,
like
it's
bar
got a-
height, and the table height.
Cool.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, no
It
kidding.
does have
I
a
was happy with that.
Victorian. It's got a Victorian flair, and mermaid. I'm very impressed because that's like we're all about the antiques and all the stuff, all the treasure. I think I'm gonna have to go to the thrift store after this live.
I love it, man. Well, ours you can only get into on Saturday and Sunday, and yeah, it used to be like our car lot was right beside it, so we would walk over there. Or actually, I'd
Oh,
walk
right.
over there, and
You
I
could
would
go
bring
on your
us
lunch
back
break.
lunch. Yep,
That would be
did.
deadly.
Awesome.
That's a bad combination to work
It
right
was.
next to it.
It was. I got a lot of crap there.
I'd be there every day at lunch break.
Yeah. There was a couple other things I was gonna tell you about now that we've got a few people in here.
I already have buyer's remorse for things I didn't buy the other day.
Oh, me too, man. And stuff that we drove past that I just left that I knew wouldn't fit in the car. There
I
was
saw a
this
small
one. It
antique.
was like a burnt orange futon that would have been perfect in our office.
Burnt orange
But it would
futon.
have never fit.
Not in your little
fold-down
car.
futon. No, hell no.
Yeah. Only in a
I'm
van or a
sure
truck.
a cop would have pulled us over and
You would have tried to rig that thing on you.
everyone would have seen us.
That's funny.
Yeah, I went dumpster dive. That was what I first started out doing when I was a single mom. My bestie from back home said, "Hey, let's go, for a ride and we'll smoke a joint and I'll show you, this place I go to." So I had no idea where we were going, and we're burning a joint. She pulls up behind like CVS, I think. And she gets these big ass bottles of Tylenol. She got like vitamins
What?
that were not outdated yet
Oh,
because they
wow.
changed their packaging. A lot of
Yep.
times in marketing, if they change their box or their any kind of new warning comes out and they want to use that as part of their label, it's all
Yeah.
marketing more than it is them being outdated.
It's wasteful. Somebody else on here, I don't know who it was, said they recently did that at a pet store. I don't remember who it was. I don't know if
That
you
was
do.
me.
And they got all.
That was me.
Was
And
that you?
I did. It was me. And we got collars
That's
and we put those up for sale in all kinds of sizes.
that's just a waste. Like that should have went
It
to
sure was.
a pet. It should have went to a pet shelter. The pets don't care, or nor do the
And
shelter
like
if
when
it's
I
an
went to
outdated.
buy makeup, I don't care that it's in Valentine's Day packaging. I
Nobody
don't care.
I mean, well, a lot of us don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It
rip
is
it
what
off
it is.
anyway. She
Right.
said, "All I did to head first, you went head first."
I used to do that in the small bins before they changed them. Now they have safety things on them, so people like me don't jump inside of them. I used to jump
know.
inside of them when I was a skater. I just skate, go, what's in here, and I just climb up in them. But they changed it. You can't get in them anymore.
It
That's
is a
funny, Audrey.
shame. The way some foreign countries look at us, they think that we're just so wasteful and we're just so spoiled.
Well, that's a good
And
example.
that is a perfect example. And like
The
when I
pet
worked at
store, the
Kentucky Fried
vitamins.
Chicken, when I
Yeah.
worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken, every like 2 hours, if the chicken's not been bought, you're supposed to throw it away.
Oh yeah,
And
all fast food. because of foodborne
I
illness.
was like, if I'm ever on the street homeless, I'm going to KFC dumpster, because every 2 hours, whether it was, burnt or not, or overcooked or not, it had to. It was like a HACCP rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after
Help
it's under the heat
people.
lamp, you're supposed to time all the wrappers, and after it's under the heat lamp for a certain amount of time, it gets put in the waste, and they do an inventory.
But when I worked
hungry people
part-time
will
at
eat it.
Panera Bread, they would bag it up and give it to the shelter. No, why didn't
Right.
KFC do that?
Because, bread's a little different than things like meat, and the foodborne illnesses start 15 minutes after food's been sitting out.
Yeah, especially chicken too.
Bacteria.
I guess, so.
Yeah, they got to be careful. They don't want to get sued, so they just throw it away.
When I was at college, they taught us a lot about marketing. I hated it. I loved it. I love marketing. Supposedly word of mouth, or like writing slogans. I love that shit.
That's cool.
Word of mouth is the best marketing. Who knew? It was awesome. My grandma used to dumpster. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's stupid to fill up another, because, think about it. Wasn't there a point in time where someone had shipped garbage over on a barge and China refused it, and it just sat out in the ocean waiting to be disposed of?
Actually, all trash used to be carried out. Yeah, trash used to be carried out by ships caught on fire. Yep.
Recycle. Yeah. There's a flea market where we go to, and it's like inside. That's the one here in Winston-Salem on Patterson Avenue. And
one of those in Florida.
Everything is indoors. It's carpeted. It's air conditioned. And when I met my first husband, who was living outside Charlotte, he said, "Well, we call that the mall down here." And I said, "No. That's our flea market." And he was like, "Let me show you what our flea market is like." And so we went to the flea market there outside Charlotte, and it's outside.
We have outdoor ones too. Yeah.
And they have like chickens and stuff like that. And quail.
Yeah,
you can
bring the livestock.
Yeah, you can like buy livestock there.
Well, I wanted to buy a peacock. I wanted a peacock for a while for my front yard, like Hugh Hefner, but I never got one. I heard they're pretty loud anyways and obnoxious.
We have a park here that has those. Tanglewood Park.
I just wanted to be like old Huey.
No, one time I went out to the
my dog's gonna bark.
Oh, it's okay.
He will in a minute because Amazon Prime's here. So beware, it's coming.
He picks stuff like this. Let me show him. I'm not trying to do a commercial for him or anything, but
be good.
He picks stuff like this.
Thank you. Great. Hey, no. Be good.
Stand down, doggy.
What in the hell is this?
Hey, no fear.
Pretty bad.
Go to Jockey Lot in Greenville, South Carolina. It's huge. I'll do that then. Yeah, the flea market I'm talking about, No Fear, yeah. Is out there like near Cherryville. I want to say it's like Lincolnton and Cherryville, North Carolina, outside Gastonia. I'd never seen anything like that before. The flea market I go to since they used to let you smoke in it, but of course not now.
You can't go anywhere. You're like a leper. You have to go hide, like you're doing something wrong. That's what I do. I go hide.
Especially
I feel like everyone's looking
at the hospital.
Oh gosh, I go in the woods there.
We do too.
You do? I really do. I don't want to be seen.
You do feel like a leper, like you've been a cast from society because you smoke.
Yeah, I definitely hide.
Society's gotten me doing it.
You just feel like you're doing something wrong. everyone's gonna, give you crap or something. This is weird. I
I
didn't even
was
remember
listening to
ordering.
I was listening to some 90s music that I know you probably dug. Did you like
Probably.
Alanis Morissette?
Yes, I did.
Did you know all those songs were about that comedian from Full House with the blonde hair? Get Out
No.
of Here. The guy who does Get Out of Here. Yes. I was like,
Wow.
what? Are you serious? That's who she was. Oh my God.
No,
So
I
now
just
when I
thought she
hear
was bad.
those songs, I'm like, oh my God. I can't even like rock out to it now.
Yeah, I don't think I'll look at it the same anymore. You might have just ruined it.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's all
I
right.
was like, you gotta be kidding me. I thought it was gonna be about somebody that, like, oh, it's somebody famous and somebody famous. And it was hush hush for so long in the 90s. And then I saw it behind the music kind of thing the other day, and it was like, what? That
Wow.
guy? Not Bob Saget, it was the blonde haired guy, the one that said, Get
Yeah, I
Out of
thought you
Here.
meant him at first. So Gamer Girl hides too. Joey.
With your
Wow.
cigarette.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess I do that at my own place too, And if anyone's ever over, I always go and hide too. It's so weird.
Would you like
Go
a
hide in
smoke and a pancake? A what? No. Bong and a blintz? A smoke and a pancake.
So is that jockey lot in Greenville anywhere near you? You said?
Well, South
Or,
Carolina is near me.
huh?
I'd have to map that out.
Just might be interesting to, see how far away it is and all that crap. Make a day of it sometime.
Yeah, I have to Google that. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, I hear the birds.
In my background?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they're crazy right now. I had to get up real early and go out the door and do like a kind of like a trip for do errand.
3 hours
I didn't realize.
away.
I didn't know oh wow, the registry. I didn't realize that nowadays you have to have appointments still. So I got stuck having to make a registry appointment pretty far away.
Where at? A registry for what?
Registry of motor vehicles. Like I couldn't go to any of the two that are closer to me. I had to go to one that's like 3 times far.
Oh, I
So
didn't know you had to make appointments either.
yeah, and we just looked and we're like, getting close to going on a trip, and I'm like, oh my goodness, we have to get an ID for, my son needed his ID, picture ID. So we had to drive like pretty far away. We had to leave early. It was yesterday we found one appointment at one registry, and I mean we had to take it. Yeah, you have to make an appointment. There was none open until the middle of April. So I guess that's why a lot of people are getting screwed. Like, how Constance was talking about she couldn't get her updated ID for her StreamYard or something like that.
Yeah.
Something up. Yeah, that's why you have to make appointments.
Is that because of COVID? Now people won't go back to work.
Well, they started it during COVID, I think, and now I think they're keeping it. They did have some walk-ins, but the one we went to was just weird and like kind of creepy. It was like downstairs in a building, and the stairs were all rickety. It was weird, but anyways, it was like I thought there was a lot of people there that some things you don't need an appointment for, but they're taking appointments for certain things. So if anyone is going to the registry, check online first. You might want to make your appointment if your ID is expiring in 5 months, since it takes that long.
Here, Donna is Gypsy.
Hello, Donna. Donna
She
missed
just
the
got here.
gypsy, and oh yeah, she's gonna have to watch the beginning to have a good laugh.
She made a comment how she liked it. So here's the outfit she's gonna wear on Warrior Wednesday. Ernie's not the only one with an action figure. Damn it!
Yeah, you got the figure. Somebody else had one. I don't know if they like made it or something. Like
I don't know, but it looks funnier than hell. Whoever did that.
they planted a seed in your brain, I guess. It's pretty funny. At least yours has a comfortable bed, you know.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's got a pillow and everything. Yeah, the funny weird things that I find when I'm out picking, man. Yeah, we got that
Well,
at the flea market.
what the hell? Why couldn't I have a walk-in appointment? Whatever, it's done and over, I guess. Just didn't like
Donna, any
driving an
good
hour and a
deals?
half.
Watching the ads. Be there in a minute. All righty.
There you go.
She said I saw that yesterday.
The video, yeah, you're short. The way you said it, your freaking speech.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I heard Bee Gees playing in my head, and Deborah Harry. I was in love, and it was a gas.
My goodness.
Oh, me.
That's what I'm saying, gamer girl.
There you go.
The bed.
Oh, wow.
That's what I meant. She's got a bed at least.
Mic drop.
Pillow, blanket.
Well, the last few times he's been on, he looks like he's in a basement. I was gonna joke with Jimbo. Was he in the basement? But I fell asleep.
Oh yeah, people used to say he was in his basement, huh? I forgot about. Oh wait, that was Kemper. They said was in his basement, right?
Oh,
Somebody was. They said
well,
I don't know. They said a couple people in the basement. I think it looked like a basement. Yeah.
maybe he's starting a whole communal in his home, and they're going to be called the Jimbodians, like the Davidians, and it's going to be like Waco, but it's going to be called the Stand, and he's going to have his own cult. These are all the people
And
in the
people will see
basement.
the backgrounds of things, in places, So I don't blame. I would do that too, probably.
I was just say, I think I know why the comments were off. It's because of the doll. Yeah. Yeah,
People understand.
I read about that. When I went to go try to turn it on, it said, "No, we ain't gonna let you have no comments."
I was wondering that too. I wondered if somebody said something mean to you, or you just didn't want to deal with it.
No, YouTube turns it off
Oh,
if it's a toy like that.
really?
Yeah,
How do they know?
I don't know. But like, if I post a picture of my niece and I put a kid's song, it turns it off.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I guess they're
Weird.
trying to get strict, but I'm glad. I'm glad. It means they're trying to get strict about kids. So
Well, they better get on.
I welcome it.
They better get strict with other things.
All right, I know, for real. I did have, people were saying, why does Mama T always ask their ages when they come in? I had one come in my news feed, not on my panel or anything like that, but in my news feed. And so I clicked on one of the shorts, and it was funny as heck. So I'm following him, but he's underage. Hope it's okay. But he makes some funny compilations of Trump and Biden.
Really?
Yeah.
I just thought automatically it filters out. I mean, if somebody's underage, well, they have the kids' YouTube and the regular, so that would be like if their parents didn't put it on YouTube, or they could just be teenagers that have full control
Yeah,
over
he
it,
is. Yeah, he's definitely a teenager. This guy
all the
is. His name's
people.
Ephraim
I wondered
or
that.
something like that. But it
I
caught
mean,
my
how
eye
does
because I don't know. I think they are like in mass circulation unless their parents put it on private.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why a creator or some creators could have run the risk of having, like, what would make children show up in their channel that it's a
Yeah,
problem that you gotta ask, or you being extra cautious. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever had a child in your thing that you know of in your feed? I've never noticed anyone in your
I know
chat.
that I have children that watch me because they're like in my family.
Oh, right. Well, that's a little different, I guess. I'm just wondering, if anyone's had that problem or noticed
Like
any underage.
Charlie's best friends. He's hooked.
That's funny.
He's 13. he's like, "What you doing?" "I'm watching your mom." "You are?" "Yeah, she's live." "Okay." "Tell her to get me a pizza." Oh my God, it's funny shit. How things have changed. But we were teenagers. Didn't we want this to like the way we're like going live just to like have conversations with each other? And isn't it kind of like what we used to do as kids when we would get them 3-way or 4-way, right?
I mean, I just didn't even like the phone because it was in a spot. You'd have the phone on the damn cord, and you have to go if you wanted to talk to your friends or something. You're right in the middle in the living room or something, and everyone can hear you. So you really didn't have the
This was
privacy
in the
like kids
hallway.
have. You know what I mean? Until the cordless came out, but we had those cord phones. And I didn't want to talk to my
Yeah,
friends right in the middle of everyone.
I did anyway. I didn't care. It's like I gotta talk. They usually bought me a longer cord because they wanted me to shut up. Because I've like rambled on about, "Oh, what are you gonna wear tomorrow?" "I don't know. I think I'm wearing it." "Are you gonna
Chasing.
get the phone tomorrow?" "I don't know." I have never had one kid show up in my chat unless it was my own. Yeah, these are my own. They're 20 and 18 though. Yeah, same here. Mini me knows better. I don't even go live when he's home because he's nosy.
Alright.
Mm,
That's old enough anyway.
yeah, I think so too. Teenagers, yeah, definitely. If they've got a permit, I think it's okay to watch me. I don't go to racing. I don't cuss much.
Yeah.
Um,
There's worse on
uh,
TV.
huh?
There's worse on TV.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. What was the other things I was going to bring up, honey? I'd written notes down. Oh, I know what it was I was going to tell you. And I'm so glad Chasing Justice is in here too, because y'all know about dogs, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Y'all know
But
about
the
dogs.
one that knows a lot about is probably Southern Girl. But yeah, you can try.
Okay, well, speaking of Gastonia, where we went to this flea market years ago that was outside that had these animals, I went to the shelter, the animal shelter that was very close to it, adjacent to it. And I may have already told you this story, but I had my son who is now 30 years old, but he was up on my hip, and I put him down, and I go walking in, and there are these two hillbillies that have this animal tied to a rope, and it's very burly, almost like chow mix,
Uh-huh.
and real
They can
and
be
it was
aggressive.
real hot outside, so they were like holding it back while it's growling at me. And my son runs back up into my arms, like literally crawls up my my shoulder, and my daughter's like grabbing onto my other arm, so they're getting buzz. And these hillbillies are, they like you, they like you, and the dog's like, just go,
What the hell?
wanting to hump my leg, right?
Oh
And when
my
you
God.
looked at it in the face, it looked like a man's face, a human face. It was the scariest shit I've had nightmares about it since then. So I asked the lady at the shelter, I said, "What is that?" She goes, "Oh, we're getting ready to put it down. It's not going to be eligible for adoption." And I was like, "Well, no shit. What is it?"
You think?
And so, yeah, right. So like, I'm talking to my sister, and she goes, "I think that might be part Chow, part Bob." To this day, I still don't know what dog has a human face. Is that Chow?
Well, I was gonna say maybe it had part boxer because sometimes they have a short muzzle where it's like flat, and I've seen some boxers that resemble humans.
Wow. That
Sometimes
was
they look
the
humanish.
freakiest
So
visit
maybe it was
to
a
the.
boxer chow mix. Chow's got the purple tongue.
We opted out to bring a pet home that day.
You don't say. You don't say.
We decided on goldfish from Walmart. Yeah, that was the scariest thing. And all these years, I've wanted to ask someone who was knowledgeable about dogs. Well, can it? Now, I know this is like really out there, but can you crossbreed a human with a canine?
No, it's not genetically possible.
Okay. So, like whenever I see these stories about, bestiality, I wonder, well, what if the animal got pregnant?
Oh, that's a horrible thought. I just gotta, yeah. I had a boxer that looked like a toddler. I'm saying they got that short muzzle, the flat muzzle, flat face.
Well,
I'm gonna Google that too when I'm done with this. Now you got me all curious. Other dogs that can, resemble humans. I
they
think
could
it
have a
probably had
human
some
face.
boxer.
The only thing I've ever come close to was a chow. Like, what could it be mixed with? So, and you're saying a boxer and a chow? Because the fur
Well, the
was
chow is
clearly
aggressive.
that. The chow was like
Chow chows
real. I
can
mean,
be
it had
aggressive,
that, yeah.
growling and snarling and growling. I mean, I was traumatized as a kid from my neighbor's chow chow. I was terrified. That thing used to growl and chase us, and I was afraid of it, terrified.
They look like a bear, don't they?
Yeah, yep. I think that was another Asian breed that was bred to look like a lion, if I remember correctly. But I know they have aggression, higher aggression.
I don't think so. So,
No, the genetics don't match up.
what can be crossbred?
That would be under secret science, government,
Right.
whatever
There
they
you
do.
go. I got
They
you.
clone stuff, so who knows what they're making really? But
Where we live, it's like there's Bowman Gray School of Medicine, there's Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, there's the Comprehensive Cancer Center. So it's heavy medical here because of the
mhm.
universities. And
Yeah, same here. Same here.
just built in the last 5 years, you'd say, Ken, a biotech center. And when you walk in, it's all open where you see these geniuses getting together with all these, technology and stuff. It's the craziest. It's wild. It's like I
Sounds
bet they're
interesting.
making the next virus, right? No, I'm just kidding. But
Oh yeah.
hopefully they're saving lives.
Yeah, right.
It's like a
Yeah,
brainstorm type area.
chows are have a higher aggression. They're probably on the list of aggression. Terrified of that freaking dog.
So would you say that because the fur totally looked like that? You know how there's this real flowy, long, orange. That's what
Yeah,
it
I had
looked like. The
yep, the
orange
orange,
hair.
thick fur is what, and fluffy is what the neighbors had. Yep, it was real thick.
Yeah, I don't like those. No offense if you've got one. I'm happy for you,
Yeah,
but it's scary.
probably,
But
I
I've
probably would
always
never get one of those.
well, when you crossbreed a dangerous animal like that with, say, something like a boxer, because aren't boxers small?
No, are you thinking of a terrier, like the Boston
I'm
Terrier?
thinking
They
the
got the
English
flat muzzle
bulldog
too.
with the face of smush, right?
Yeah, English bulldog has the short
With
muzzle
the
too.
with
My
what
neighbors.
there's
Yeah,
kind of underbite.
with the underbite. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Another example would be pug, Shih Tzu. They all got the flat muzzle. Hell no. I'll stick to friendly dogs like I got manageable size too. I'll probably stick with the breed I have from now on because it's so good. My child. I got to be careful.
Who's paranoid? She's paranoid, I think.
Oh, that I remember. I forget what it was, but I mean, it was somebody else. We were talking about the kids in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Oh, I get what you mean. What we were talking about. Oh, yeah. Ken also got me this at the flea market. Jerk.
Let me shut my chat off so I can bossy.
Oh,
What are you saying, Stedman?
I said, now I got to live up to it.
That's
What have
true.
you gone and done? Yeah, pugs is what I'm thinking of. That's right. Boxers are typically Short and stocky. My boxer was the large. But aren't they good and gentle?
I think a lot of people are into them. I'm not ever gonna get a short muzzle dog because I know that a lot of them have breathing problems, and I don't like that sound they make, like the snoring breathing sound all the time. I don't think I could
Yeah,
deal with
my
that.
Shih Tzu was like that.
And I read some things about negative things about pugs because I have a family member well, it's a foster mom. My foster mom, yes, I'm still in contact with her. She lives in my neighborhood. It has a pug. They absolutely adore it, treat it like top human of the world. But I had done some research, and apparently some people pay to have a surgery for their pugs so that they can breathe better because of the way they're breeding them. Some people are saying it's cruel because you're breeding an animal that can't breathe and doesn't have proper airflow, lungs, can't breathe because of the way their muzzles are smushed together.
Yeah, that's why I
And
was
they
saying, why would you breed a chow with a,
it's
why
it
would,
snorts all the time. It sounds like it has asthma, breathing all the time. Like they can't breathe good
hmm.
because of the way they were bred. But apparently there's a surgery that can help. Who knew?
Boston Terrier, she's pretty good and doesn't have. Oh, wasn't it good to hear from Rap last night?
A lot of them just make that noise like they can't breathe good, the short muzzles. Yeah, I missed the first few minutes, but I went back and started watching it when I was at the registry waiting.
They
They're
are
so
so
ugly, they're
cute.
cute.
Purple.
Right. That's
They
that's what I
are.
think of her pug. Her pug's name is Gus. Gus the pug. And I have to do custom sewing for Gus the pug because he's really wide. So when they buy clothes, for the short legs, they usually don't fit. So I have to tailor them for him. So I tailor for Gus the pug.
So I'm curious to know. While I was out shopping, I was listening to various lives, and I got a little confused. It's my understanding, I could be wrong, that it was Candace that's brought Summer back up to Ernie. Is that right? About
Oh,
him
I
going to
don't.
the hotel to buy her
Yeah,
back,
please,
and she
please enlighten
wasn't on the
us.
list. Well,
Wait,
what
oh,
the hell
wasn't
is
that
that
all?
all about?
Wait a minute, I forgot about that story. Wasn't that a hoax of some sort? Let me think about this or see what
Well,
somebody else
oh,
says. What up, Constance?
fill us in
Constance in
here
the
then.
house. I bet she
Like,
knows. I bet Constance knows the
she
answer
might
to
be
that.
tired of talking about him. She might be tired of talking about him.
I
But
was listening to
yeah,
Constance this morning while I was driving. I had my earbud in, I just couldn't talk.
yeah,
And
we're
then it
trying to
ended
get
suddenly.
clarification. Yeah, on you have no clue. She has no clue.
No, I
Yeah,
can't remember how that came about.
he was
Somebody
on
must know in
someone's
here.
panel and talked about or was it
Okay. Didn't that get
Candace
investigated by the
said it.
FBI? Somebody might have called that in to get investigated. I think it got investigated just because it was brought up. I just can't remember who did it.
So then, is it after that they started to look at Jody Sue? I
I'm so
want to
confused
know.
where she fits into the
I
story, really.
do too.
What's her part in
I
this? I
do
just know she
too.
goes on and talks she used to go on and talk for 12 hours. I know she was a
Well,
mod at one point for rap. I don't know if that's after he did an interview. She was a mod. And I don't know what happened, but she's not there now. But I know at one point when I was in my own little box and my own little channel that she I don't know what, she made a comment that I'm not allowed to go to raps or something. She said my name and I'm like, bitch, I never talked to you before. I don't even know you. Like, what are you talking to me for, No clue.
I thought that she was salty over the property,
January
but I don't
22nd.
think that she was so salty that she would take Summer. I mean, right?
Yeah, I thought that, a while back, my take on it was she was just, because she was in the area, it was more opportunistic to be noticed and have stuff to say. Because I mean, the story, how much can you really add to it? Hasn't it already been told? I don't know what she talks about now. Is it summer stuff? Is it family stuff? I know that other YouTube creators have gone after her or thought she was guilty of something, but surely she must have been thoroughly investigated, probably multiple times.
Okay, so Donna is
What's
saying
the video?
it's an earning line. He was saying something about you, that they would
Yeah, I
pull
think
up
so.
to the hotel and the hotel door would be open and the child would be in the hotel or something like that. And they would be paid online, Cash App, and then they would be able to go in and enter or
I
something,
know
stuff
it.
like that.
Trying to get
I was
money. That was
listening to
part of
it
a
while I was
story.
shopping. Yeah.
I think that was part of a movie story, like a story movie, if I remember correctly. Hi, Jimmy. I wish somebody knew the answer to that.
Did you watch the video she made? Which one? Who's
Did
she?
she make a new one? I'm thinking she means Jody Sue.
Oh,
I'm guessing.
I don't watch her because I can't understand her, and my closed caption that can't. It comes back,
Yeah.
got nothing.
Well,
So,
sometimes it's more pronounced in her than other times. I know. I've been told it's because of her cancer. The vocal cords are
yeah,
affected. That's just what.
clarify this for us, Constance, because
Okay,
it's
I'm
confusing.
Yay! It's
trying to
Constance.
think of whose channel he was on, but somebody was asking him about child trafficking, and he said, "Well, he said the same thing just about what Don did. He said, I've been to places like that, sell kids, and my first thought was, same with Don. What the hell? You know where they
Yeah.
sell kids? Excuse me, I'm walking in from the. I'm walking
Wasn't
in
this a
from the
tactic?
garage.
Wasn't this a tactic to raise money, saying that they needed money to go buy her back? Was that the tactic?
Oh no. This was just like 2 days ago.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
Oh, I
And
yeah.
he
don't know
said,
about this.
I'm trying to think whose panel he was on though. And they
Did it
said, well,
sound
how do
like
you,
Renee Marie?
Or
yes,
Charlie, maybe?
yes, it was Renee Marie. And they said, well, how do you've been to these places? And he said, well, there's motels, but just goes on there where they leave a door open, and you know what
What?
goes on there.
Recently?
Yeah,
A
I can
Yes.
couple days ago? Again? Oh, that's not a
she,
good thing to say.
what he said, when Don said it, people said, Don said he's been to places where they sold kids. Well, no, what Don said was, the places he'd been down and around, in like where it was California, whatever, was known to sell kids, like a high trafficking area, like Myrtle Beach is a known,
But this
child
time he
trafficking.
said Knoxville. Ernie said Knoxville, what I
Yeah,
heard last
um,
night.
yeah. Well, but what I'm
Can
trying to say is when
somebody
Don said it,
can somebody get with Jimmy about this that happened? Y'all see this? Can somebody get with him after Constance fills us in?
What? Already? Messed over? Uh-oh.
I
oh,
don't want to. I
Live.
don't want to change the subject, but if someone would
yeah.
get with him, it would be great. Go ahead,
Jimmy,
Constance.
yeah, we'll talk after.
But Don was just
Go
saying
ahead.
that. You know how we all know that, like they say, like Myrtle Beach is a high sex trafficking, spot.
It is.
That's what
Yes.
Don meant. He was talking about he'd been to places like that, but people thought he took it literally, like he had been to places.
Well,
that
we
sex
actually both listened to it, and that's how we took it. Like you're saying, a different way that you're taking it, but because we've never heard any other clarification that says different, like you're saying. If he meant it,
Yeah.
we haven't heard him say it different. Or are you
No,
just
Yeah, he said
assuming
I've
that's
seen it
what he
with my
meant?
own eyes.
to me, it's like the old thing
We
again.
posted it. Gypsy posted it though. We both. I
It's
think
not
she
like
did a
Yeah, he
short.
said I've seen it with my own eyes.
But do
Yeah.
you
Hello.
your Uncle Jack off the horse, or do you help your Uncle Jack off the horse? I mean, it's
Right. It's all in
hard to say.
interpretation.
It is. Yeah.
But go
Right.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your story. Go ahead.
And that's the same
So
thing
what
that Ernie was
happened?
saying. Ernie was telling the story about how he'd been to these places that, you could buy sex trafficked kids, but he went into more detail.
Boy.
But if you know
Oh
in the
no.
picture, what he was saying was he'd heard about, they were known for this, you know what I mean?
Oh
Not that he had
Lord.
actually seen kids trafficked and knew what to do. It was
Hmm.
just known for it. But yeah, Ernie was in more detail than Don even, but I don't think that.
Wow. I would.
Yeah, it was with Renee Marie
It
on.
said Knoxville and Gatlinburg. It goes on.
Yes, it was. I don't know if it was Renee Marie on her channel, or if it was like on Charlie's or Audrey's channel that Renee was on panel.
Mhm.
Huh.
But
I wouldn't think it would be good to draw attention with those kind of a things, you know.
well, like
Look what
when Dawn said it,
JC Justice says. She said, "What trafficker takes a cash out payment?"
yeah, when Dawn
They
said
can take the
it,
money and run.
he wasn't talking about that he'd actually been there. But when Ernie said it, he said it with even such detail that I was side-eyed him.
That's
But I don't
frightening.
believe he did, you know.
Yeah, yeah, probably a story for the movie.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
can't. It's probably not good to talk. You know, the way you're presenting it doesn't sound like a good thing to talk
yeah,
about. You know.
Okay, now
yeah.
let me ask y'all this. Can I just be devil's advocate? What if he did? What if he did do this and he made this comment? I didn't really want to do it, and he almost alluded to the fact what like I just played a bounty hunter on TV. I didn't really want to do it. He said, but everybody had like their, oh, come on, Ernie, you go do it. You go do it. You can get her to talk to you. You can get it out of her. Come on, Ernie. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be you. And I was one of those. I really was. I was convinced this guy really could talk to her on her level because they're, familiar with the same area and all. They were familiar with one another. So I thought that he could talk to her, on her level. So I was one of those. And he said, so I kind of got pushed into going to doing it. But then when he got back, y'all, do y'all remember? He didn't want to have anything to do with any child trafficking case because of what was shared with him. So whatever it was that was shared with him, I don't think he was faking the spook out effect. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. He wanted to go back into entertaining and not have anything to do with that.
In my
I remember.
opinion, he realized that that's what I've been scared of to this day, is that somebody will say, Ernie, I need this kid rescued. And Ernie, thinking that he's a rescuer, will go out to rescue the kid and then go, fuck, I don't know how to rescue a kid. But I always thought Ernie would play the part. But now that you think about it, look at it, Ernie was probably scared shitless to even start to play the part. He had no clue, but he had to put on this show for everybody. So he was probably thinking, and then when you get there, like to the racetrack, and they were finding the wristbands, they said with hair, for a dude like Ernie, that probably scared the shit out of him.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
It wasn't so easy to
Like talking the talk, and then you have to walk the walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're actually in it.
Yes.
You're actually in it.
But he had to go through with it because he kept up this persona, so he had to almost, like you said, do it, and yeah, that's what I've always been afraid of. But I always worried that Ernie would still take on the task, thinking he could do it. But maybe he does have just enough sense to know that he can't.
Yeah. Like to not get involved in legal
Tell
stuff or something
Constance
like
Ernie
that.
said that about the door in Knoxville on Mama T's panel with Shannon S. Because he was asking Shannon if she knew what part of Knoxville it was.
That's what it was. Yep. That's exactly what it was. Because he asked Shannon, he said, well, what those PIs want to know about me? And Shannon was like, I don't know if they want to know anything about you, Ernie. He was, trying to say, well, I know they were talking about me. Well, maybe for one, if they did, maybe because you're the weirdo in the case. But he tried to insert himself in it. But then, but yeah, that was on Mama T's panel with Shannon. Yeah, you could probably get it and play it for the clip even. Yeah, because that's exactly what it was.
So this
now,
was recent?
what was this? I heard 1 minute Bob and Laurie are the uppers, and the next minute they're not.
Oh.
I was wondering, how is a blonde man a PI?
So Mama T, this is her exact words out of her mouth. She says, so I figured out, not I heard, not I wonder, not I'm questioning. She said, so I figured out that Bob and Lori are the PIs for the Summer Wells case. Yeah, a blind man. Yep, and Shannon gets on there and says, Shannon and I don't see eye to eye. But thank God, Shannon's like, just like she giggled, no, they're not. And Mama T's like, oh. Well,
she said she talked to them, the real PIs, I think.
Yeah, Shannon said she did, yeah. But Mama T, they're just like, well, I knew that couldn't be right. No, no, no. Don't backtrack now. You said you
Please,
figured it out.
please let me insert this. We all miss Rap's humor, right? He
Yeah.
said in chat one day, y'all have no idea how much it pleases me to know that a blind man is stalking me.
Even Bob and Lori laugh at those, you know? Even Bob and Lori laugh at those. Or
Yeah, they
Bob,
clarified
I
that last
found
night. Yeah.
that.
Hey, the stand coach is in the house.
And
Oh my
Shannon
God.
looked at Mama T, and she said, they don't have enough money to pay their internet bill. He lives in California. She lives in Canada. Now, why would that even? Now, why would that even be a thought in her head? If someone told her that, which they had to, why wouldn't she automatically dismiss it like everybody else with common sense? Instead of
Someone
So
maybe
who are
someone
the
told
uppers?
her.
Put this rumor to rest, Constance. Tell everyone who the uppers are.
the uppers are the PIs in the case, but it's Chris and Trudy. I forgot their last name. They are the PIs that have been on the case for the family since the beginning.
And they are not YouTubers.
I saw them on the news.
Yeah.
No.
And they are not YouTubers. They are PIs,
No.
private investigators. Okay.
Yeah.
Were they hired by the church? Were they hired by the church?
No, they live about a mile away. I mean, a hour away from Donna Candace, and they just took on the case pro bono, and they're not through Tim, and they're not through the church
Pro bono.
or
Yeah.
anything.
There's two of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they just been as a husband and wife team. They're the ones that got Equus out there the first time.
I want to know how they supersede the law.
I saw them on a news clip.
The PIs?
Yeah, like handing over that phone that Tim Mullins had of Don's. How's that
They work with the
obstruction?
law.
How's that not obstruction of justice? It should go
Well,
direct.
first of all, nobody wanted that phone. If the cops would wanted that phone, the cops would have got that phone. Benny took it upon himself to think that, hey, the cops might want this phone. But what the cops would have done was, by the time that the phone went from Dawn to Tim to Candace to the cops, evidence would have been out of chain of custody. So, but if the cops had wanted that phone, they would have got that phone. And they really don't need the phone to get the shit on the phone.
Nope.
To me, that was a big old nothing burger blown out of proportion.
Okay, so he was just
No, it
kind of
just
making
takes
a show
time.
out of it. I got you.
What?
They don't need the phone.
He
It
ju- he
just
just
takes
ma-
time.
Took the issue and made a show out of it. I get it.
Yes. And you know, but it doesn't matter. This is my feeling. I think, see, that's about the time that Candace was falling in love with Benny, and everybody was making fun of Benny. You know, Dolly was making fun of him. Said, "Yeah, you're sleeping with Candace."
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think
forgot about that.
Benny could take a lot of joking, but when they said he was sleeping with Candace, he drew the line right there. He seen it out, and he got it and ran. The phone, yeah, that's a phone. Give me the phone, you know, because that's just like something that's not even nothing. I think he used that for excuse to leave. I don't know.
It hurt her feelings really bad when he.
It did.
Yeah,
and, you know
could tell.
That's why, you know, when Shannon and I had our issue that she said she doesn't remember, when she came back, okay, so Candace lost her daughter. Her husband's gone. She's crushing on Benny. She's publicly humiliated. And then Shannon gets on a public forum and says her feet were disgusting. That was
I never heard that.
Yeah. She was
I don't know
panel.
anything of her besides the other night on the panel.
All she did was get on Benny's panel and say the house was disgusting. The house had roaches. Her feet were disgusting. And I said, you know what? You didn't tell anything we didn't already know. You could have kept all that shit to yourself and saved that woman's humiliation. But no, you wanted to be a star on Benny's panel. So you got up there and you were the star on Benny's panel. And that's why I never liked her.
Okay, so Truth Hurt says Ernie was never close to any information whatsoever. He never got pushed into going. He made up that she invited him there to the property, hence the police waiting on him. So she didn't want him to come there?
Oh, no, Truth Hurts. He did. Ernie went to the racetrack with Tina, and before going to Candace, they were told to go to the racetrack in,
Oh.
I forget the town, and Ernie, and there's a video of it. That was the first time that Ernie made a spectacle of the case. They found zip ties, and Ernie said he found hairs in the zip ties, and they were bagging them all up. And so they found a stuffed animal, and they found a fresh grave. That was the
All that
first
was
time that Ernie
fake?
was shipped into it.
And all that was fake.
That's right. It was
Yes,
staged, right? I
yes.
don't know how that was
And then
found out. I
with
forget.
Candace, it was more Ernie playing a part for the camera, for the show, and I'm sure Tina and Xander had, because they think he's a super soldier, so I'm sure they probably, you could do it, you could do it,
But didn't Ziggy leave bones somewhere and claim that she found bones and they were just animal bones?
Fred Hill.
Was it actually her that put them there? Yeah, was it Fred?
Was it
the
Ziggy
tricker?
or Fred Hill? Or them together?
I think Fred planned it as a joke, and, Ziggy's goofy enough, that's the one to play it on,
I gotcha.
Mhm. They're not going to overlook bones, and just find it.
Oh, right. But I remember when it happened, we were all like, "Oh my gosh!" At the
Yeah.
time, there's bones. It got everybody
And
riled up.
a whole live stream for 24 hours. We got Cash Apps crying. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Good luck today, Alicia.
These are all things I forgot about.
Hey, Bob and Lori. Good to see you.
The blind
That's
private
CI.
eye.
That's CI Bob and Lori to you.
Y'all, that was fun. I had to I went over to Bob and Laurie's. I said, "Yes, I'm looking for the private eyes." And then he said, "Oh, I got my own."
And have you played it? Have you heard her say it? Because she's like, "Well, I knew it was bullshit." No. You said. If you watch Lori's clip, Lori says, she's like,
Lori played it.
Yeah. You're like, you said you figured it out.
Yeah.
And that's why she shouldn't be messing with any case.
I think it was like a momentary wrong choice in words.
Oh, I think she's trying to be the star of the show. I think had Bird on a Wire been up on that panel,
I wonder who told her that.
Okay, good luck, Jimmy. He's at the DSS office. He's having a hard time with his
Oh, where is
insurance. He just said he's
Let me
going
see.
into the DSS office. He'll be right back and let us know how it's going.
We're trying to find his comment. Is it way up there? I don't even see Jimmy. Oh, DSS. Do you mean DHS?
Instead of a blink of an eye.
In the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I saw that. Mama T said she figured out that Bob and Laurie are the PIs and Shannon corrected her. And then Mama T said someone had told her that. It changed so fast.
Yeah.
Bob and Laurie being the PIs. Candace has said who they are a couple times. Yeah, I thought so. And didn't everybody look them up and everything?
I saw them on the news.
Right. And they're a married couple, right?
Did an interview. I think they go on the case once a month. They do something there or something like that. I just remember it on the interview.
During the news interview.
Yeah, the news interview clip. That's where I met or realized who they were a while ago. I just
Truth hurts. That's what makes him just such a great guy. I love Bob and Laurie. They're terrific. You gotta love a good sport. I make fun of my mental illness all the time. But, why not? It's Alyssa Constance is right. We knew that. Jimmy, good luck. Just keep on keeping on. That's right. Truth hurts.
It'll get figured out.
Well, what brought all this back up is what I'm trying to figure out. Was Candace talking about it over at Daisy's? Is that what got it all in chat again?
I think he's been trying to
recreate.
Yeah, because he's on Ziggy's panel too, talking about something.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. He was talking about Ziggy.
I didn't even know he knew her.
Oh yeah. I
thought he found my calling.
But he's doing it in a roundabout way where he's on the fringe, but still trying to insert himself, but keep it relevant, And then Mama T said, "Well, I'm gonna start going over the summer case," and I was like,
"Yeah, these are things I haven't heard, I I just
Yeah, why Summer's case?
maybe he
What
wanted
is it?
to. Maybe he wanted to and asked her to. Maybe like invited her.
Yeah,
I
that's what
can't
I
say
think.
unless
But
I.
why? What? I thought he swore her off for life.
You know, it seems like some kind of a with some kind of a setup because okay, we know Mama T had to hear that somewhere. Someone had to tell her. She didn't figure it out. So, Mama T, you need to be side-eyeing whoever told you that and why they would set you up to look stupid.
I'm
So
sure.
we're
I'm
still
sure she asked them.
setting Shannon up in a
I'm sure
roundabout way.
some. Yeah, I don't know who would tell her, but whoever did, I'm sure she talked to them. I mean, you
Yeah.
would think I would.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
I don't
She
think the
gets
Candace is
started.
bringing up on here again, huh? But Candace has been on Miss Daisy's panel, which you know is just
I
a kick
saw
in the
that.
butt
I saw
because
the one where she was crying.
I am banned and forever kicked out of Prayer Garden and Daisy's group
Oh,
panel
Daisy's too.
because I stuck up for Donnie Candace.
Oh, but Daisy now loves them.
Yes, and in fact, Christine and all of them said, "How can you not think of the victim? Have you been essayed yourself?" And I said, "Well, I sure have." "Well, if you've been essayed yourself, how can you even consider that?" And I'm like, "You guys are
Consider
considering
what?
that Dawn and
Okay.
Candace could be guilty." This is when they thought they were guilty. And even
Oh.
Daisy said, "Connie, I'm a professional. I'm a nurse. Did you see Summer's crusty panties?" I'm like, "No,
What?
where did you see?" I said, "Where did you see
Who said
Summer's crusty
that?
panties?"
Who
Daisy.
said that?
Daisy.
What
And I said,
the
"Where
hell?
did you see Summer's crusty panties?" And she said, "Well, it was an interview
That's a
with
weird
True."
thing to say on the internet. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking, if you're close enough to see her crusty panties, why are you looking? But that was her
That's
exact words.
very
I guess it was
strange.
an interview that True did, or a conversation that was overheard, and True said that her panties were so bad, and then Daisy said she had pictures of Summer's panties.
How would anyone obtain that, first of all, unless they were in the house? Second of all, that could have just been dirty laundry or they didn't wash properly, which we've heard anyway.
And why would
That's
Daisy
just
keep
a
it on her
weird
phone?
and that's just a weird thing to talk about on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I
But yeah,
think
Yeah.
anyway.
the Goose
I don't think
Squad
it's
pinned it on me because I stuck up for Dawn and Candace.
mhm.
I thought I was all kinds of horrid. You know, I was like a pedophile sympathizer. Yeah, the whole internet hated me when I first, started talking because I was a pedophile sympathizer.
Well, to me it seems like the whole script has flipped. It feels like a script
Yeah.
has flipped with a lot of channels and I'm like, why are you suddenly changing your mind and this, it just seems weird to me.
Daisy Jones said Mama T's own people troll her
They
and
do.
also tell her untruths, making her look like a dumbass. Why are they
Absolutely.
doing that if they're her subs?
Because that
Why?
is their playground. I've said it 1,000 times. This is what they do. They get a smaller channel. They go into the channel and be the hero. And then they send their own fake accounts in to troll them, to cause trouble in the chat, to cause chaos because they like chaos. Nicolina and all they like is chaos and to sit back and laugh at the chaos. So they will send their trolling and go, watch, in the Mean Girls chat, watch. We're gonna do this. We're gonna tell Mama T this and watch, and then sit back and laugh.
Hmm.
They did it today on Team Rose's panel. I don't know if they're live. Yeah,
I didn't see it.
that's exactly. But
Oh, is
live
that the one you were streaming? You were streaming that
Yeah.
this morning. Was that from last night or yesterday?
That was the first
Hey,
thing this morning.
curiosity.
Okay.
I got up and I was in Rose's panel, and Sweet Melissa was on Rose's panel, and all of a sudden you see Oppositional Effect come in and say hi, and Traders came in and said hi, and then they didn't say anything more than that, and I was automatically thinking, why did they just dip in and then nothing? Then all of a sudden, a fake account under what they think is Melissa's doc's name, with a picture of Melissa and her dead brother as the image, and it says, "Hi Rose, I'm not a real nurse," or something, trying to dox Melissa. Well, Rose doesn't, she's kind of slow on the uptake. She don't get it. So then another account comes in that says no drama, and they start in on the doxing. And then another account comes in under Hotel California or something like that. "Hi, I'm Rap. I took 14 Tylenol," or something like that. So I told Rose, block these accounts. Well, that's the worst thing to tell Rose because she don't be told what to do. So, and I was like, never mind. I'll just, I'll document this and go live. So I went live and streamed it, hoping that she wouldn't freak out that I was streaming her, and she didn't. But I forgot that her and Mo hated each other, and she was going to go to my channel and just watch. She seen Mo was my mod, and all hell broke loose.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
But yeah,
Chaotic, Lenny, and Little Bird. Good to see y'all.
if you look in that stream, that's what they're in. They're just trolling. They're just in there to cause problem. And then they say, chainsaws. Jody Farr was in there, in fact. Chainsaw's the problem. Connie's the problem. And Rose is like, Connie, why do you always got to start drama everywhere you go? And I'm just like, rolling my eyes, what the fuck ever. I'm just here to document this. And they're like, Connie, everywhere you go, you cause problems. Why are you always causing problems? Rose, why are you being mean to Rose? Why are you bringing all this drama to Rose? Rose isn't getting it. Me and Melissa are the only one that get it besides another person. Somebody's Journey, I forgot her name, but she was like, I see what's going on here. And Jade was there. But Rose was like not getting it, and I was just like, just block these people when they come in. But she doesn't do that, and I should have known that. So they got their money's worth this morning. They upset that. I'm sure they had tons of laughs.
I wonder why she doesn't block them and just leave her block list alone. Block them and be done with it. Why doesn't she do
She
that?
has a thing about being blocked because she's been blocked from Jimmy and Ernie's chat, and that is something that sets her the F off. She doesn't like mods, so that's why she doesn't block. She doesn't like it done to her.
I can kind of understand that, but still, for her own protection, she's got to understand that she's got to.
And had I been thinking, we need to learn how to react to these, and I already know how to do it. I don't know why I didn't do it. I should just shut up and not said a word about the trolls. Melissa should have just shut up and just let them be there. Just let them run off with the mouth. And because if you don't give them the reaction, then that's what they want. The minute you give them the reaction of anything, acknowledging them, then that's when they get their little jollies and giggle and laugh in the little group. Look what we did. Look what we did. You just have to ignore them, completely ignore them.
I do. I just talk to her. I literally put on blinders and I just talk to her. And Steffers, I think I talk to, and you. That's about it. I don't. Why? They're trolls.
Little Bird, I'm sure it was either Traders or Nicolina or Oppositional Effect. It was one of them. I have just decided if I can't pin down which one it is, they're all a group. They're all doing the same stupid stuff. They're just the trigger twats. It was one of the trigger twats. And they just, want to cause havoc. That's their only purpose here. That's their only purpose here. And
I wonder sometimes if they are psyops, if they're trying to control the conversation away from what she is talking about. Because I noticed they heavily troll her when she is talking about Summer. But if she's la 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 talking about Mr. So-and-so that didn't sleep in his bed when he came to visit, they're not trolling her. But if she's talking about something that's, influential, then they troll her. And I wonder, is that
for garden variety trolling? They're still going to troll wherever they can troll, whenever they can troll, and get it in whenever they can get it in. And Rose is just one of the people that's easy to troll. ATIL is easy to troll. Kells Bells is easy to troll. So they're going to send them in where that is. I don't think.
I just want to go on the record as saying, and y'all can, I'm gonna have my opinion on my own channel. I was subbed up to MAGA country one day, and then it changed to I'm not MAGA. Okay, I don't believe that. I know that that's MAGA because I subbed up to that channel, not to this whoever the hell she calls herself now. And she has the exact same accent. She only cares about Ernie. Who would be that involved with someone and claims to be married to? Come on.
I kind of agree too.
She tells on herself constantly, and she only goes live when he can't or he needs, backup. That's MAGA, guys. I'm sorry.
The only reason I think that is, but then I totally trust Jimbo saying she's a doctor. Jimbo said she called into the hospital about his health care. And if it wasn't for that, I would never say, I'd say there's no way that lady's a doctor. But Jimbo said the lady that was with Ernie that said she was Mag called in about his health care. So I don't know, but I kind of sounds just like MAGA.
I remember the voice. Well, I'll just say my opinion. I did hear both voices because I remember when MAGA would come on, and the voices to me are different. And then that person that you know just said was her. She actually said her name once and been identified. She said her real name, and it matches the picture where she is. So I mean, for my own thought is no, but I don't know how the accounts got changed or whatever. I never was subbed to MAGA's channel, just this one, her channel.
I'm trying
So
to
I
think
don't know how that
MAGA.
could have happened.
Coach
What
says
was that?
Rose gets blocked and timeout because she spams chat. She's like trying to have an argument with you in chat, don't she?
It just
Tries
comes
to
out,
argue
yeah, when
with
she
you
gets.
in chat.
You know, with Jimmy and Dolly, they freaking owe her. I don't, or like right now, Dolly owes her $250. That woman has been a
Wow.
member because she sent him $250 for product and he didn't fill it. And just like with the damn hat, Rose ain't gonna do shit. He takes advantage of her, you know. She ain't gonna do shit. And so she's like last on the list. And she's like, hey, I want my product. She's been a member of Jimmy's channel, paying member. And I can see where she would be annoying because she wants to get her point across and they would block her. And that would make her mad. And then she would spam the chat. But as long as she has financially supported Jimmy and Ernie, just them two alone, she has the right to be heard. And they need to stop treating her like shit.
If she was sold a product, then she deserves the product.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia said that she cammed up and looks like her sister.
Looks like somebody that could be related. I agree because I thought the two faces are similar, but not. I saw both. I saw the picture.
Yeah,
And it
they have a you know a vested personal interest in him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Madam told me she was Scottish once. It was way before her. And oh, really?
Well, I heard something else.
Yeah, we know she's argumentative. She paid $600 for Ernie's hat.
And still doesn't have it.
Maybe the channel was given to a relative.
Right, Donna.
Could have been like a relative.
Yeah, she never got it. And that's why I give, at least with those two creators, Ernie and Dolly, yeah, she's paid, you know, she supported those two men faithfully. And they need to stop treating.
That's
and
the
like,
one right there. That's what I heard, Alicia, right? What you just said. I was trying to remember. She might have some Scottish in her.
And see, the Nicolina of the picture that's on my clip is of an Austrian woman that's been in prison.
But that could have been the character from the picture, from the false picture. Yeah.
I have to handle Lips and Rose per live. I do. I mean, sometimes they come and they just say hey and they leave. Then I don't have to block them. So I try to handle it per live. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Per situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Romanian, like Jimbo and Alicia both said. That's what I
told
remember.
me face to face she was Romanian. That's exotic.
Yep. Could be.
What do they eat? What kind of things do they eat in Romania? It sounds exotic.
I think there's a lot of Romanian people up north like that because I know my ex-boyfriend's sister married a Romanian man. He was, I don't know, but yeah. Later today, whenever I get, you know, because I don't have a job. I don't have a job, and I'm a fat, lonely old woman that lives in a cave. The high school bully says I live in the cave. I'm a fat, lonely old woman with no job. So whenever I get done with this no job that I got, I'm going to go live about Miss Spicy Disaster. And Jimbo, I'm glad you're here because For some reason,
Disaster.
Spicy Disaster. This woman hates Jimbo. Like hates
No,
Jimbo. Spicy
I'm trying to think where I
Disaster.
heard that
I
name.
don't know her. I don't know her.
The first
Did I
video
see
I
that in
looked
a
at.
chat?
What?
I'm trying to think where I saw that name. I feel like yesterday
On
I saw
Mama
that
T's
somewhere.
channel all the time. She's one of Mama T's faithfuls. Well, her first video, the video I was looking
Okay.
at, was like, this has an eerie feeling. It's just an odd feeling, like there's somehow kind of playing Mama T or using Mama T to set up something bad for Jimbo. I can't explain it. That's why I was going to have play it and see everybody look at it. But it's just an
Mhm.
odd, eerie feeling. Then you play. She only has 5 lives, and when you play them all, this woman has it out for Jimbo. Yeah, you just.
Really?
Oh yeah, this
Huh.
woman has it bad for Jimbo. Yeah, because she said that
Well, a
you
lot
do
of
you
people
just.
go on rumors.
What is
A lot of
it that
people
he
go on
does to
rumors
these women?
because it's
They're mad. They're
because
mad
a
as
lot of it's
hell.
rumors. They go back and forth with rumors. And if you don't check
Yeah.
yourself and believe, you know. But who did
This
you
video I
strike?
watched last
That's what
night.
I'm
She's
trying to figure
going.
out.
Mama T isn't concerned, and but this lady's like, Mama T, this is getting serious. This is gonna get somebody hurt. This is getting dangerous. And she's like trying to just work Mama T up to how dangerous and how bad this is. And she's like setting the scene to, to just convince everybody how horrid this is. So like when something happens, she can say, I told you.
Mhm.
And even Mama T, my feeling I'm getting, Mama T's not even picking it up. She's like, yeah, and she dips out. But this lady just keeps on and on. Her and Amber just, I don't know. It's just an eerie feeling of the video, and I was going to go over it with everybody
Oh, I
today. So,
remember where the name's from. That was the person that had the birthday party yesterday.
yes.
Because I remember hearing it on Bob and Lori's. Because I was like, I know I heard that name before, but I don't watch the channel. But I remember seeing the
Yeah.
something about they were having a birthday party. Yeah, that's where I heard it. Oh,
Supposedly
okay. See, I
they-
never heard of her before yesterday, Jimbo. I just never heard that name.
Yeah, she
Wow.
said that like
Yeah, the
47
same
days before
here.
the strike comes off, Jimbo.
What the hell does she hate him for? I mean, he just stays to himself. You
Off
know?
the strike, yeah. Yeah, .com. She's cringe. She is cringe. And she's one of the people that's like, don't you mess with me. And I just want to say, or what? I mean, you're going to come down from Canada and have granny fights on my front lawn? What are you going to do? You got to pull up in my yard, like what? Till us granny's going to go out there duking it out? No, I'm not going to do that. I don't know what you're going to do, but it's goofy. Either talk shit back to me or ignore me, but goofy.
So she hosted a birthday party, but at the end of the birthday party, all the gifts went to the host.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's like,
I think
what did
that's.
I even come
I
to
think.
your house for? Could you
I think
imagine that?
I think
The
that's
day
how it's
after,
done, though.
she had the audacity to walk in and chat and say, "Okay, guys, I got a problem. I need $800 for my car payment." Can you imagine walking into Gypsy's chat, me walking into, or Gypsy walking into her chat and just saying, "Okay, guys, if it was $50, I would feel cringe about it. $800," and she didn't blink an eye. I need $800 for my car payment.
So
I would,
much. That sucks.
I felt funny asking for $5.99 for a pizza.
exactly.
I can't imagine but she gets it out of them.
She's got 200
So
so
more
far.
power to you. More power to
Yeah.
her. I mean, she's good at her game.
Hey,
I gotta give her that.
Well, maybe if she put it towards it, maybe she did. Maybe maybe they'll give her like an extension or something, or maybe they did. They
She
forgot to
knows
put a
how to
certain
work that
percentage
street
down.
corner, so I gotta
Mhm.
say.
Cam up, bro.
Yep.
These streets are mean, and I guess you gotta know how to work them, and she knows how, I guess.
Ernie taught her well,
She's
because
not
Ernie always
shy
said to her,
about
listen,
in sales they call it asking for the check. Ask for the check. Ask for the check. And to me, if she were like, let's just say she's in sales, she has no problem asking her for that check, and that means she's a powerful closer, and she gets the check. So I mean, how can you hate that? They're the
I've cleaned
ones
Yeah.
giving
houses
it
before.
to her.
I've standing around, and it's the house is clean. It's time to go. It's obvious time to pay me, and the people are just standing there, and I will leave because I don't want to ask for payment, even when payment's due. I just feel weird about asking. I
Yeah, I
can't just
wouldn't
say,
be
He's
good at
okay,
taking
asking a
money.
really good question. Did she ever post the receipt for the car payment?
she only got 200 of the 800, so she said she was keeping it until she got the 800.
Oh,
Yeah, it's for a couple months though. It's behind. It's not for one
Mm-hmm.
month because I know I saw some people saying, "What car is that much?" It's actually for a couple months supposedly, but then I don't really know. Somebody else
You
that
trade that car in
there's
for a
so many
junker.
different rumors.
That's what I would do. Trade the car in for $100 a month car payment.
you just had pizza and tacos. And I sit back and I listen. And I'm like, well, I mean, you got to give it to her. She can, ask for the check and get them to give it to her. And they do. They give it to her.
Ernie said he was teaching them lessons every day. He taught Mama T well. He taught her that she needs the trolls. She needs the picket on her. They're stalking me to get the heartstrings to going. They're picking on poor Mama T, homeless woman. They're picking on me. They're stalking me and my daughter and my family and my motel and oh, you poor thing. Yeah, Ernie taught her well. Hmm. I just,
I got real confused on that whole stalking thing. I thought she said they called the wrong hotel. So how is that stalking if they never got the right hotel?
right. And how did she know that her sister lied to her if they didn't get the right hotel? Mm-hmm.
The clip where she talks spicy disaster into giving her oh God, no, I hadn't heard it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on Heaven's Baby? I bet she's got it. She's got all the why I added
But today's
it.
the day that she would get the job because today's the day she was supposed to go in and sign the papers for payroll. I don't know whatever job she's ever got, but I've never had to go in and over a month's time. Okay, I put in my application. And next month time, I went and got this background check, and then 2 more weeks later, then I filled out the payroll. You go in, you put in your application, they hire you, go in, done. So today's the day she's
Right.
supposed to have a job. And yes, I'm going to talk shit on her.
Acknowledge her, accept a boss, and I think she only asks how she was doing because she was being ignored, basically.
Sorry, I had to go get my steroid. I'm back.
Oh, you're okay. I hope
Forgot.
you get feeling better.
Oh, I'm fine. I just want to run to Dunkin' Donuts, but it's just a couple houses down.
What did he say? I can get on Plannel and play if I can find it. Okay.
I'm going to jump down and
Okay.
get done with this no job that I don't have so I can get back to my lonely cave.
Well,
That's
I'm
right.
glad you came out
You
with your
coming on
friends to
later?
play.
Yeah. Yeah. So as
Are
soon
you
as my
coming on
non-job is
later?
done, hmm it might be like 5 o'clock or more. It depends on how much I sit here on YouTube before I actually get to that non-job again because I went to lunch and I just haven't gone back to the non-job.
I laid you down a thing there, a link, coach. Coach. You want to come up and play that? All right, so I'm glad I got clarification on that whole thing because I was wondering why are they talking about that again? Because I thought
It
all
gets
that,
confusing if you miss stuff. I know
yeah,
I've been watching
really.
as much, so you miss like a little bit, and you're so confused as hell, real easily. Miss
And it
one day
goes
and you're confused.
24/7. I mean, if you miss just one of them, you're so out of,
It's it's true.
Mhm. Well, I have to like go do other things, I got a family.
My swelling has gone down, thank you.
I'll reach my drink real quick here.
I was looking up full face shields with oxygen tanks, and they're like freaking 1,600 bucks at that kind.
Wow. Do you have good insurance?
Yep.
Moving this a little bit. Okay. Now you can see it. Okay.
Did you say Jingle was coming up?
I had to get another. Yeah, I laid him. I think he was gonna look for something first.
Sorry. No munchkins. Don't look like that, Duncan. My dog's stalking the peeps. He wants food. Thank you. All right, that was quick. Two months towards permanent. Oh, that's cool. I do. I fall asleep with mine on sometimes too. That's funny. I woke up at 2 a.m. with an AirPod in. Are you muted? I can't hear you.
Yes, I was.
Now I hear you. Now I hear you. I thought something was wrong with my phone. I'm like, hello.
I muted it to eat my moon pie.
Oh, okay.
Forgot to unmute it.
All right, fair enough.
I hate when everything happens at night. I'm usually listening, but I can't chat. I'll wake up with, yeah, me too.
That's me.
I'll leave my glasses on too. It's hard for me to stay up for this AM, man. I try. But by then I am so tired.
I'm going to bed earlier now. I'm trying to reset it. I always got up at 5:30. I've been getting, not making it lately.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah,
Can you all
I hear
me?
you now.
Okay.
If you can't hear, try fast forward. Oh, they wouldn't hear me. They wouldn't hear me. I have to type it in. If they're a little behind.
You ever had a moon pie?
Oh yeah. I think we call them whoopie pies.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've good
I thought you were
recipe for that.
signaling.
I have a good recipe for the old-fashioned moon pies, or yeah, moon pies.
That's hilarious. She said she thought I was signaling. She said I stay up all night till 4 a.m. Holy cow! That's about what time I start getting up.
That's why, with getting up at 5:30, the late shows started killing me. So I was trying to reset. I was staying up too late, falling asleep halfway through the stand. Dang, I can. I have an alarm that I have to set every day.
I just hope I don't fall asleep and then I time somebody out, or I fall out and hit them with a wrench.
Yeah, I usually set the phone down. I set the phone down because I know I'm gonna fall asleep.
I love the moon pies. Me too. They got banana now. I love banana flavored anything, and banana moon pies are good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the signs and symbols. That was nice to have Constance come on and clear some things up, and Bob and Laurie and Coach, because whole lot humming around. It's chaotic, but beautiful. Yeah, fall out and just whack them with a wrench. I hope I haven't done that. I've hit it with my fat fingers, timed them out because my fingers are so fat.
I thought I got
Like-
booted.
Like if the chat is going really fast, I'll hit it too, and then I'll time somebody out by accident.
Hope I didn't
Gamer
miss
says
an
I take sleeping meds, but they don't work. We gotta adjust it.
Hell no.
Have you had the pumpkin? No, I didn't know they had that. And I love pumpkin.
Oh yeah, the pumpkin ones. Yes.
I will
Yeah,
definitely try that.
I made a pumpkin roll once. That thing was good.
Oh yeah. Is it transitioning to spring up there yet?
It feels like it today. Nice and sunny.
We're having really, really cold nights and mornings, but hot days.
Last night was damn cold. I will say that.
Gypsy, ooh, no, yuck. Bananas are good, but banana flavored stuff is yuck. It even smells yuck. I grew up on fake flavoring. It's the same to me. Nuki's mom, me too. I have to have my sleep. Yeah, me too. I'm bipolar. I have to have my sleep. Or I'm hard.
Yeah.
The worst is a boob mod.
Oh, what? Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm looking for something I just lost.
Oh. Chasing says it's going to be 80. Wow.
Nice.
It got about that warm here yesterday, North Carolina.
Let's see what we're at now. Looks like about 53. It feels warmer though with the sun.
Should not even agree. But cannot handle anything banana flavored. If you put your phone in your bra and accidentally mod. That's funny.
So your Tata's timed out.
Your Tata's timeout.
Nice.
Anyone had the peach passion fruit coconut milk refresher? Wow, that sounds good. Peach passion fruit coconut milk refresher. Wow, that sounds good. I like this. I've been drinking this peach tea by Lipton. I love that stuff. I'm trying to get away from sodas. I slim down fast when I drop sodas.
Yeah, that's a common thing for people. I hear. I don't drink soda.
What do you drink instead?
I just like water, coffee, and lemon lime Powerade. I'm looking through my schedule book right now. I left it in the rain and I had it to dry out, and I think I might have missed an appointment because somebody was just calling me. That's why I got disconnected for a minute.
Oh, bless your heart.
I'm hoping I didn't miss an appointment because they were just calling.
Yes, more.
I have to make it.
All right.
All right, we'll take it.
I have to
What do you-
grind it, so it's going to be just a second.
Oh, please.
Okay?
So I need to mute.
Not yet. I haven't. I'll let you know when to mute.
Coffee grinder. 43? Holy cow. I would love to see snow, but it ain't gonna happen. We didn't get any this year. The cold's coming back. Will it bring snow? Sometimes it snows in March here.
You're good.
Okay, I did not miss an appointment. Sorry about that.
Is that Celsius?
Oh, hell no.
So it's cold there, huh? Wow.
How cold?
1. Ooh, I haven't had that either.
I didn't know they had stuff like that. I almost went there today on my way home.
I really miss the original fried pies, but they do still have those at Hardee's. The
Oh no, I'm
McDonald's fried apple
hungry.
pies, they're at Hardee's.
Stop talking about food. I'm gonna sit while I bake some stuff.
I know, man.
Oh, I gotta fix
Well,
that.
when Easter comes, what do y'all do? Do y'all like go to church or anything like that?
I haven't lately, but I got a test. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to turn my earbuds back on. It's not working. Dang it. 1 second.
Sugar Pie. Did you know that Alanis Morissette's album in the '90s was about that comedian from Full House? Not back Bob Saget, but the blonde-haired guy.
Dave Goulier.
What's his name?
Dave Goulier.
You're lucky. What's in the special sauce? Can you tell me? There's only 30 people in here. Tell me. So my son.
There we go.
I said, Alanis Morissette. I was telling Sarah earlier, the blonde-haired guy, the one that says "Get out of here." You know, he's one of the uncles, not Jesse and not Bob Saget, but the blonde-haired one. That's the one all them songs were about. Alanis was singing about in the '90s. I was like, what? Now I can't even like listen to the songs and like rock out because I know it's about this dork ass, right? Billy Connolly. Let me look it up. He was in Full House, the blonde-haired uncle. I watched some behind the music on her, and let's see.
David Goulier.
Can you stop, Ken? His name is. Why isn't it undercast? Dave Coulier. That guy.
Fast food
That
prices
guy,
suck
Sugar
now.
Pie. She said, yeah. I'll show you what he looked like when he was in Full House. Images. Well, if I can find an old picture of him. Right, here we go. That's who all those songs about going down on you in a movie theater. That's, that's what it's about, yeah. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I saw behind the music on her. Thank you, little bird. I thought that was interesting. Somehow I pictured her with someone a lot more stubblier. Four pies was $9. Where?
That's a
At
rip off.
McDonald's? Are you kidding me? She said at McDonald's.
There's no such thing as eat at the dollar menu anymore.
Used to get 2 for $1.
Used to be able to eat like a family for $10.
Yeah, it's 10 per person here in North Carolina.
Yeah, everything goes up every week, it seems like. Actually, my coffee went up today.
Well, I thought you might like Alanis Morissette, 'cause I did. Sugar Pie and You and Me, you know, Canadian rock scene. Yeah, I do
Oh, they don't
too.
have those anymore?
When they had the cup and you shake them up. I'll tell you
I
something
don't
that was
remember a
good
cup one.
too. Was Captain D's had wraps, had a shrimp wrap that you could get Caesar, or you could get it Club, or you could get it something else. It was good. They had really good wraps at Captain D's. They're paying $6.35 for my son's PB
What?
milkshake.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I do too, gamer girl.
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
weird to
insane.
go back and see what was that song about. Now who did it look? And you go, it was about him, right?
Who knew?
I was having one of those moments because he's so goofy,
Who knew I would find out 25 years later?
right? He's so goofy because I always thought she was so pretty, and she could rock. So she was
Mm-hmm.
modern day Joan Jett.
She was a cool chick. What's
Um,
a What's a PB shake? I thought it meant peanut butter and jelly. Is it a place?
peanut butter. I would just
Okay,
say
I
peanut
don't.
butter shake.
That's what I didn't know if
Yeah,
it meant peanut butter shake, but I don't know. I don't think I've
I
had that.
guess. McDonald's. I'd like to know what's in the special sauce though. I've tried to emulate it.
What is it?
Special sauce and a Big Mac.
Special sauce.
2 all beef patties. Special sauce.
The McDonald's one?
Yeah.
I think they have it. I think they have something similar in the condiments now. You know, it just has different preservatives or whatever. It's close to it though. Near ketchup and mustard,
Oh.
and I don't know what it's labeled as. I'll try to find it.
Okay, Jimmy is just leaving DSS. He said it was no help.
But was it DHS, Department of Health Human Services, or DSS? Oh, Department
Just
of
leaving.
Developmental Services, DDS.
He said just leaving DSS. Social Services. The Department of Social Services. Like that already. I like the snack wraps. I like those. When I'm a little hungry, but I don't want to eat a burger, I like the snack wraps. And Sonic's okay. They've got really good shakes. I like, y'all have Cookout? Cookout shakes are good, and their burgers taste like they're right off the grill. Did he apply for Medicaid? Did you apply for Medicaid, Jimmy?
I was also wondering if they could forward you to any. Is this the appointment that was going to be Wednesday, or do you still have one on Wednesday, Jimmy? And also, we could text you. I could give something to Alicia to text you because I know she has your number. I think I heard you say that in one of the lives of different things to ask them about different programs because they might not understand what you're looking for in that you might want to talk to Department of
Okay, here you
Developmental
go.
Services.
Here you go.
Yeah.
It's up on the
Okay.
screen.
Let me see. Okay, thanks. She called the lady on my United Health Insurance company that they said I can reimburse my doctor visit money. Okay, so it was an insurance type thing. Okay. That's good. That part's good, right?
So why was it no help at all?
Yeah, that sounds like a step in the right direction to me.
You'll at least get your meds cheap now.
Yeah, hundreds of dollars. It sounds like.
$4 is what he paid for his Percocets. My husband,
I'm
$4
for.
when
Oh,
he had
okay. Yeah, that's
Medicaid before he
that's not
switched
bad
to
at
the
all.
VA, and now he
It sounds like he would save over $300.
now he doesn't use Percocets at all. He uses, what is it called?
Marijuana.
Marijuana, and what's the other one? Progabalin.
That
Progabalin.
pretty gabby.
Yeah, that's good, Jimmy. You're getting somewhere. My sister was the manager. She told me ketchup, mayonnaise, and relish. I'm gonna do it. Yummy, 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 yummy. That's how I make Thousand Island. Next time I go to Starbucks, I'm gonna steal a mug for there. Well, it looks like you're moving in the right direction, though. I mean, at least you'll get your prescriptions, right? And doctor visits will be paid for now. The coffee smells so good. Well, I hope he gets an apartment.
Gotta see what I
Will,
missed.
will, will this lead to him like getting an apartment? Will it lead to him getting? Oh, here he goes.
Well, it just means the doctor visit was a good priority to have that insurance because he'll save like
You want this
over
doctor? Want
$300.
this visit? Okay, so you went and talked to the DSS, and then you're going to have a doctor's appointment. Hopefully, those together is going to help you get housing, right?
Because the doctor can refer you. What you need to have, or let me rephrase that. What can help
Like a
you is if the
handicap
doctor,
unit. He needs a handicap unit.
and the doctor can refer you to other agencies that can help. So the new doctor visit's good. I mean, you just need the referral to talk to the other agencies. Like Department of Developmental Services might be of help. There's other programs out there. It's just about finding the right networks, and some doctors are knowledgeable in this. And if DSS didn't help, there's still other people out there. It's just a whole navigation through the system that can be challenging and very disheartening at times, but it can be done. Don't give up yet. Don't throw in the towel.
Hey, October baby. He said no, they don't help with housing.
He's asking the wrong question.
Hello, October baby. Well, they don't help
Why
with
are they?
housing.
Why is it not helping with housing? What are we doing wrong?
He's asking the wrong thing.
They don't help that office, but the doctor
This is a
can.
process, right? Sarah?
Sorry about that.
I got a school for.
That's
I
okay.
keep muting for different noises around.
It's okay.
Going in and out,
But
in and out.
this is a process, is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, it can take time and seem frustrating, but it's like one step at a time. I would think the health insurance was pretty important. Now it's just navigating through other agencies.
I don't know if maybe someone wants to get with him so he knows what to do next to get, I know that it's like you got to go here to go there to go here to go there. I have to go to the.
I think that I think the doctor, if they're knowledgeable and you ask the right questions when you go to the doctor, write down a couple things on paper so you don't forget. Can you refer me to other agencies? Can you refer me to DDS to see if they can help qualify? Because there's DDS workers that might be able to help you with these things. You know, due to disabilities. I think you qualify for other things, and there's probably going to be waiting lists, but it doesn't hurt to get on them because we had this conversation over a year ago, and you know what I mean? And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
units become available, so get yourself on there, and even if it takes time, you know, things will fall in place eventually. Just keep trucking along.
He
Don't
said he
despair
has to
yet.
go place to place to fill out applications.
Yeah, that sounds like a start.
Sarah Smiles, check my DM and Discord, October baby.
Okay, I'll do that. I haven't been in there. Kind of forgot about it. That's a good thing to write down because .com actually is pretty knowledgeable too from experience.
Write this down, Jimmy. You want to be on the Medicaid waiver, not just Medicaid, and they will help you with housing. Do you see
Yep,
this up here on screen
that's
from?
that's the program I used for a relative recently. It took a while, but now she's in a nice apartment with staff that do like cooking and stuff. But there's other things for the waiver. The waiver is a good thing. We can ask about waiver programs too.
Someone needs to help Jimmy with the legal side, getting that off his record so he can qualify for things like Section 8.
Yes, definitely. But having a worker or an active worker, they should be able to direct you to how to do that at the courthouse. Those are things I'm not too knowledgeable about court stuff, but I would think somebody there could help or point you in the right direction if somebody, you know, represents you like worker, if you had your own worker. Heck, sometimes they, you know, have appointments and take drives with you, meet with you occasionally.
He said, I just talked to our Medicaid caseworker. They don't do nothing like that.
That was just for
It doesn't
Medicaid
sound like
though.
he's.
He's asking for the wrong thing.
The waiver program that
How
we
can he
just
be
used for a
asking
relative.
for the wrong thing when he says, I am disabled and I need housing? It's their responsibility as a care professional to help him get an advocate.
He needs to say,
How
"I
much
need
better
to
can he
get
ask
into
the
an assisted
question?
living facility."
That's why it's
That's
good to
not
have a
what he's
notebook.
doing. He's not old enough for that. Peanut gallery over there.
Soon he will be. Soon he will be old enough. He just said I think he's a couple years too young for that.
He's only 51.
But he's disabled.
The person I know has a record that got into the relative I'm talking about that got a waiver program though. It wasn't a violent record, so it didn't matter. They just took it into consideration. If it's some kind of, you know, violence towards somebody, but yours wasn't.
She handed me a handful of paperwork, he said.
Yeah, that part could be hard too and overwhelming. Paperwork itself.
He's been trying to do this for a year now. And
Well,
I'm
at least you
wondering
made
if they.
progress. It sounds like you made some progress. You got some papers. You talked to, you know, just that was just one place. Just take a break from the papers today and do it fresh, maybe tomorrow or another day. If it's too frustrating right now or overwhelming. Oh boy.
Truth Hurt says he needs to get that off his record.
I mean,
They're
yeah, it
not
would
going
be
to give
helpful.
him. They're not going to give him housing with it on his record. That's what they're saying.
I guess it's different everywhere. That's what I thought too for the person that I'm speaking of, but they have a record too.
Do you see what .com is saying, Jimmy? Maybe he doesn't understand what that is.
The waiver program, these are the words to write down on a notebook. Waiver program, waiver waiting list. My relative had to go on a waiting list, but once a spot came open, they started interviewing her to see if she would fit into the waiver program. And they helped her find a reason to get into that waiver program. You know what I mean?
Well, there's his answer, y'all.
Well, that was just one part, one place. That sucks. It's not all immediate, you know what I mean? It's not all immediate process. That's one problem. That's why you want to sign up for what you can. They can. The person I helped had a lot of on the record too, like theft and stuff like that. That was concerning and thought we wouldn't fit, but they reviewed it and said it wasn't a violent crime, so they let it pass. Like a violent crime towards another individual.
Went to the courthouse and he had it fixed.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, those are the rich kind of assisted living. There's other kinds out there that go through insurance and state funding with the waiver program. So a doctor referral to a DDS worker could be helpful. Department of Developmental Services, that's the agency that works with disabled people. That's where I went to help my relative. And the worker came out, it took time. Different workers came from different programs. She got referred to another worker. I mean, I know it's different from everybody in all different states, but it's not an immediate process for sure. But you're not going to be any worse off waiting than you are doing nothing, right?
Can the people that you come to live with, Jimmy, help you to get the waiver program or help you go through the paperwork?
Or somebody from church. Maybe somebody from church can help you. I know you have a good group of people you probably know there that might sit down with you and help. Maybe even the pastor. No? Okay, I thought maybe a lot of church folk are friendly, might help.
Our church family helped us go through
I
all
would think
that.
somebody wouldn't mind. I would think somebody would be happy to help. Or you just too don't want to ask, maybe.
He might be frustrated.
Yeah, I think maybe putting it away for a day might help too. I know when you get mounds of papers, it's frustrating.
So he's going to the doctor Wednesday?
I would think you
Is that
should
right?
really consider writing. That's what he had said last week. Writing things down so you don't forget different suggestions, or if people think of it, we can text it to Alicia to text to you, so you can even just hold up the phone or something like that with the text, to get the right wording. That's supposed to go to Senior Solutions. Okay. Do you have a doctor on Wednesday, though? Do you have your new primary care?
I feel so bad for him because I remember us going through
Yep.
all this trying to get Ken help.
Frustrating. Especially VA. That can be very frustrating. VA can be way too slow.
They are.
Yeah, I figured that. No, people, it's true. People suffer that don't deserve it. You know what I mean? They wait way too long for help and they don't have enough for doing what they did for the country. They shouldn't be it's not right.
They're not taking new patients.
Primary care doctor they set me up with. Oh, that's odd. Yes, one step at a time, definitely. Well, wouldn't you think if that's true, they would assist you with getting another one? I don't know. This is weird.
I wish he was closer to one of us YouTubers.
I know. Oh, thanks. It is very frustrating. I do know that. And I think it was just disappointing and everything like that and upset you that it wouldn't be helpful to sign it right now or look through it. Maybe relax for the rest of your day, enjoy your whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's sunshiny day, so go do some
Paperwork will
earthing
be there tomorrow.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
go do some
picking.
earthing.
He likes picking too.
It would be really good for his health to just sit in the sun. Just sit in the sun with
Honestly,
your
I did
feet
that
in
a
the
little while
grass.
ago. Yeah, I did that a little
Get
while ago
some
in
of
the
that
backyard.
vitamin D.
Yep.
Yeah, get some of that vitamin D going. It'll really help with your mood and depression, just for real.
I got my dose of sun a little while ago and I was feeling it. Feeling the goodness.
Make him get down.
Oh,
Where is he?
He's on my gypsy doll.
it's too bad you can't do the Uber stuff or something or Lyft since you do the ride stuff for people. You do it's pretty handy for you.
Knock down
It is worth
the.
asking. Oh, okay. There's another number that maybe when you do get a primary, you probably don't want to do this right now though, it sounds like. But we would like to write things down that could be passed along to you.
I just have enough gas to make it back home till I can make money by giving someone a ride.
Well, that's not good. So early in the month. What did that say? I don't need to see anything about airplanes. I just saw something come up on my screen about planes. Yeah, it sounds like that'll be a tough month. I mean, what is it, the 6th?
Is there someone in charge of your monthly check, or do you make yourself?
That's what my relative gets the help with the budgeting and all that. Oh, anemic. You're anemic? Yeah, I was talking about that. Truth Hurts, something like that. Like here, there's a different kind of a bus like that. There's one that's public transpo, and then there's another one, that's through insurance, and they do like 50 cents a ride. And you can get a punch card. Or actually, there's two different ones. Yeah, one's through like Medicaid, I think, and you just call a couple days before to tell them your appointments, and they will bring you. There has to be something like that there. That would be another
Zelda.
question because I think you need a referral for that to get on the program that you don't have to pay, or it's 50 cents a
Well, I
ride or
thought that you
something.
first he had to sign up, and then he needed to get his doctor to write him a he needs handicap housing, where he's not going up 3 flights of stairs. You get me?
Right, that's
Right.
one part, and then they could also do the transportation, the disabled transportation, the van there that you can go to doctor's appointments in the store and stuff, and you just have to call 2 nights before and make your appointments. But that's also done
Donna
through a
was
doctor
asking, do
referral.
they charge you rent? Do they charge you rent,
I
Jimmy?
I I think he's mentioned that they do. Yeah. What up, Zelda?
I use NetTrans to go back and forth to work. Wow, that's cool.
I thought it was like 4 or 4.50 or something like that. I could be wrong
Yeah,
though.
you'll be on time then.
You don't have to worry about gas for your appointments, and you'll make it to your medical appointments, or you can even go to the store or whatever. You just have to. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit. They do 2-hour blocks, I think. Some of them. Oh,
He said yes,
500.
they charge him $500 a month.
Wow.
So between that and his meds, he's broke.
So then you're left with nothing early on in the month. It's just not.
Wow. I loved using that trans and a nice warm ride, picking me up at 6 a.m. each morning. So nice. Yeah, you know you're going to make your appointment on time.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about your car not starting in the crappy weather or something like that, you know, running out of gas. And that's, you know, a doctor referral kind of thing too, I think. Like now.
I hear your radio and it's going to strike me.
Who's got a radio?
I
Me?
hear a radio. Yeah. Yesterday I was in Goodwill and when I tried to upload my video, it wouldn't because it heard the radio.
It's my camera, but I moved it slightly away. It's my video, baby monitor. I was like, radio, huh? And then I realized it's right near my hand. Oh, no. Is that good now? Can you hear it or is it gone? Is that better?
Yeah, I had to fix something
Okay.
real quick too.
Okay.
Here it depends on mileage. Very cheap. What the fuck, Jimmy? Wow. Right, I know. People are ripping him
Another
off,
thing,
y'all.
if you
bad.
went to this is what they should be writing you a rent, if you're paying that much, you should also get a handwritten receipt, anything that documents you pay rent, because you should be able to in turn go to the food stamp office with those signed. You can get a book of receipts at Staples proving that you pay rent that they sign when you give them the money, because that shows that your income for the month after you have the receipt for your doctor is virtually nothing, and you should qualify for the 200 whatever dollars it is for food stamps because you legitimately pay for rent and that and you have nothing. So they're making a mistake there because they probably don't know that you're paying rent, which requires a receipt to prove it. All they have to do is sign a paper that, you know, handwritten receipt, and that counts as a receipt. I know people that have done that through their landlord that rented bedrooms to get fuel assistance or whatever. They just had handwritten receipt. But they're looking at you as having probably no rent because it's not documented or whatever, you know. Yeah, something's not right because you should get the full food stamp and everything. They're probably thinking that's his whole income for the month and don't know that he has that receipt for the doctor, which that should be a receipt too, which proves your income is virtually zero. So there's definitely some mistakes falling through the cracks or something, but I think you could, if they're willing to sign that might help you too with your income and save your receipts from the pharmacy and the doctor.
She's giving you really good advice here, Jimmy.
Because a relative that I know that rented a bedroom from somebody, did the handwritten receipt and got fuel assistance for the whole house and was able to get her food stamps because she paid a certain amount for rent and was only left with a little bit, and that proves that you have no income to live off of. Because this is the 6th of the month, you know what I'm saying? There's definite mistake here. And this is only to help you, just so you know, like to try to get the most for everything. We're just definitely trying to help, so I don't mean to, I hope I'm not offending in any way.
He said I get $17 for food stamps and they know how much I pay.
They know you. Have you proven to them that you pay rent with documents? Have you proven that you pay so much for the doctor and that you're paying the cash and all that? Have you receipts for that? Because
And
I think
Donna wants to
something's,
know that they won't help you get into anything else.
there's an idea right there. Is the cash is your doctor giving you a receipt too? And your rent a receipt? because people that fall below the poverty line should be entitled to food stamps. It's a federal program. If he's on SSI, which he's getting, they might not know how much he pays for rent and for if he doesn't have a receipt to prove it. He's probably just paying them, and they think he has that cash to live off of, and that's why his food stamps got cut. That's just my guess anyway. This is just problem solving, general problem solving.
Is he on SSI? Then they know. I guess benefits.
Well, they might just think he lives somewhere for free or something. This is for the food stamp part.
Is he on welfare or is he on disability?
Is he on welfare or disability?
Should be able to get EBT even maybe. 1 second.
Disability.
Then he's qualified for a home for people in his age group that are disabled. And it's called assisted living, but it's not a nursing home. So you have to ask specifically for that program. You're not going to volunteer.
That's why we need a notepad with good notes, even if we write the notes and take a screenshot of the notes and forward the notes to you. It's all about what you ask. But I do think all the receipts will help you. You're done SSDI. Well, if you're in the first week of the month, I would think you qualify if you have no money.
I have to mute your music. I'm sorry. I don't want to get struck. Stand away from your radio. Social Security disability. That's what it sounds like to me. Which one are you on, Jimmy? Do you know which ones he's on? He's in Anderson, South Carolina. But they're trying to figure out if he's on SSDI or SSI. Yeah, South Carolina. That's awful, that town he lives in. That's how it was for us at the beach. They don't have shit. I know he don't want to hear this, but we had to move. And we had to go where the insurance was.
We're just trying to help, Jimmy. We're just trying to give you general ideas that you can think of in your head, and it's all about what to say. It's all about what you ask, and what
I think you're right,
referrals.
Don. I think he should rent an efficiency for $500 a month. I agree.
Yeah. With an open bathroom.
Mm-hmm. A room for rent. I'd just go get me a room for rent. I'd get my bandana, my stick, and I would walk out of there, and SSDI, she said.
So he is disabled.
Mm-hmm.
That was the difference between what we could get.
He said Social Security. Are you on disability?
And the housing authorities often will provide that because they have leftover funding. They'll do the first and last. There's also you can get on a
yes, he's on disability. Then he qualifies for being in disabled housing.
He qualifies to get the voucher program through housing, which he signs up for, and he pays 1/3, or is it 2/3 or 3/4 or something like that. They pay part of your rent, and you get to keep a percentage based on your income level, what the rent costs. You know what I mean? They'll pay some of it so that you get leftover cash.
He's in Anderson.
You should be able to get the voucher program through the housing authority too.
Which is outside Greenville. This is like 3 hours away from me.
So things to consider is that doctor, the referrals to the right agencies, referral to DDS, information on the waiver program, information on the voucher program through housing, or any other senior solutions.
I don't think it's family. That's not family doing that to him, is it? She's asking. Family ain't doing him that way. I think it's just, how did he meet these people? I would love for him to like get him a little efficiency, you know?
Yeah. With a nice bathroom.
Yeah, with no steps
Yep.
outside. Well, I'll have to get off here and go get some other stuff done, get some laundry done and vacuum and dishes. And
Ooh, laundry. Thanks for reminding me.
I know.
I think I got something to switch over. Thank you.
It's the blankets. It's time to put the winter ones up, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wash some today too, so thank you.
I like to do it when it's sunny, you know. You can put some of it outside, let it dry.
I do
Just
like
don't-
that about the warm weather. I do like sun sheets.
Oh, no, you're fine. Let's see, they have Anderson 1,030. He said it's his ex-girlfriend. It's his ex-girlfriend.
It's your family, I think, yeah. I meant to ask if it was warm in there. I forgot. Be warm enough in there. Oh, I thought it was okay.
I hope he
All right,
gets.
one step at a time then.
Brian, that senior
I feel like once we
solutions.
get going
Yeah.
in these conversations, it can become a bit overwhelming because we throw out so much info. But I think the reality is the best thing to do would be to have it written down so you don't forget anything, so you don't miss anything, you know. Have it in front of you, something to read to them, or even hand it to them, you know, whatever's easier.
I'll tell you what I think would be perfect for him. If he, just like Truth Hurts said, a little efficiency, or Donna said, a little efficiency, and then get him a service dog.
That could be good, but it could also be another hole in the pocket. See if he's not having the income until things are fixed. Then you have to think about, will you have money for the dog food and the vet, you know what I mean? Will it become more of an expense?
Gosh, he lives alone.
Then again,
though. That's so dangerous to live alone.
I also
with health problems like that.
the only other option to have an animal to love that can give you nice love, similar to a dog, would be cat. Is cheaper. It can be cheaper, and I'm just being honest, because the dogs eat more and the dog food, and gotta add that expense in.
I thought a service dog could like assist.
Oh, don't get me wrong. He would love a dog. I'm just trying to think.
Help him get stuff.
I'm thinking honestly about the costs. Monthly costs. Where I guess the way things are now, probably not, but maybe in the future. You never know what the future has.
It would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get off here, and y'all have a great day and get outside and enjoy the weather, guys, because I'm going to.
Hey, yeah, we'll keep brainstorming. Don't give up, Jimmy.
Yep, you did good today. You got a lot done today, so you can take the rest of the day and just know that you are moving in the correct, one step at a time. Yeah. All right, well, I'll see y'all later.
Well, yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Hanging out.
Good talking to you.
Oh, yeah, you too, always. I'll see you later on the streets.
All right. I love you.
Bye. I love you all too.
Gotta find which one I'm going to play. Okay, we'll see y'all this afternoon, and hope y'all have a great day.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you'll just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like a move.